So this episode is going to be Shaq versus Ron then, huh?
No, I have some gripes to pick with, not even Supercurtt, but I have some gripes to pick with Supercurt's entourage.
Oh, no.
I actually like Supercurtt. I'm actually a fan.
I appreciate it. I wonder what you mean by that.
I don't like the one guy you roll with. Funny fat boy.
That could be a decent.
That narrowed it down.
That's dating back to our first show.
You've been holding this in for way too long.
I've said this on plenty of episodes how I feel about funny fat boy.
I know, but that's what I'm saying is you've been holding this in way too long.
All right, JD, are we getting the side view of you, or is that?
Yeah, this is
just
what you
for
get.
the Zoom call.
This is just for the Zoom call. You think I'm that crazy?
I actually prefer this. I prefer this over the other one.
You want me to rock the show like this? I could swap them
behind the studio.
That would be a nasty angle to do it live from.
I got some nastier angles. If you said we started,
we've been started.
You guys
can we get the likes up, please?
Anything that I've said?
They've heard everything.
I'm actually not even done. I haven't even started yet.
I was about to say, Shaq, you got some nasty things for the crowd, right? You were telling me last night you have something to say to the chat.
Oh God!
I'm about to dominate this show, like dominate.
Can we get a player comparison in a year? In a stat line.
This is about to be real. This is about to be Jaylen Brownish. 23-7-4.
23-7-4? Euro. He's talking about I'm about to dominate. Right. I'm thinking he's about to say Shaq like 40 and 25 blocks.
You know, 30, 15, 8.
I gotta respect that. I gotta respect the
domination.
No, I gotta respect the peers. I gotta respect it. I like this lineup. I'm not just going.
So what's the rest of the lineup stat line?
Like what y'all about to average?
Yeah. Put it out there.
I can see Supercurtt putting up also a 23-7-7 on less efficiency. You know, Jayson Tatum-ish. You know, it's gonna sound good, but then when you really think about it, you're gonna be like, he's doing nothing. Wes, I'm curious to see the way Wes is gonna come. Pause.
Oh my Lord.
What do you mean
Ron and Euro, Clay and Draymond. I don't know who is who. I know Euro's not Dre though. So
damn, Ron. You gonna let him say that to you?
Crazy.
With your headphones lighting up like that?
Somebody said they tried to watch the PC music, but it was copyrighted. Yeah, we're figuring out some things. But it was a really good show last episode, Euro. I don't know if you got to tap in, but Ron and Dale put on the show.
I didn't. What were some of the highlights?
Ron and Dale played a Billie Jean. Well, they played the Billie Jean record for Pop God round. And when I say it shook the room.
Fire.
It completely annihilated the room.
But I said this in the previous PC Music episode in the chat, and I was like, yo, man, like, why wasn't Billie Jean played, for Michael Jackson or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Because that obviously clearly is just, I don't care who you are. Billie Jean is that record where people are going to be like, yeah, that's Mike. You know what I'm saying?
Wait.
What do you mean it shook?
Wes's picture.
That's an old picture. That's freshman year.
Gives me, oh yeah, that's giving me a Rush Hour Don Cheadle.
Oh yeah,
Rush Hour.
Here y'all go. Yo.
Yo.
Oh, that's
that
fire.
A game?
That's all that's giving me right now. But it's cool though. It's cool. Ron is actually Don Cheadle.
Kung Fu Kid.
So,
Ron Cheadle. That's fire.
Bro, the names people call me on TikTok is wild. Because I don't look like none of them people.
Wait, who do they call you on TikTok? Now I gotta know.
I've gotten Tyler the Creator, Tyler the Originator, any variation of Tyler the Creator. They say I look like the kid off Stranger Things, and when my hair is out, yeah, that's the one that's accurate. I'm not gonna cap. But then the most recently, bro, people have been saying I look like if Chris Paul won a ring, and that's wild.
What?
Those are the big three that I get. But
Yeah,
I get
you
them,
got Tyler the Creator, Chris Paul. That's accurate. Stranger Things. This might be you for real. That has to be you.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Stranger Things. That's crazy.
Shout out Supercurt's dye guy. Like I'm feeling that red. Like that's fire.
Thank you.
Your dyes are always fire.
Compliments. Yeah. I would kind of wish I was thinking about going either blonde or back to red, and I decided to stay red. Stay red for a while.
The red is dope. The red is dope.
Do you run into any problems with that? Like, you playing for a school and them being like, oh, you should be, representing the institution a little bit better type of shit, whatever. Just, you know how that bullshit always come around. Like, this is what I love about people growing up these days. Cause I remember shit, you know what I mean? Like I'm, talking like I'm super, super old, but like in my age, like that was a thing. Like you couldn't, like schools would suspend you if you had hair like that. You know what I mean? Like schools wouldn't let you like have dreads and locks and all that shit. Ron, do you have that experience?
In terms of what?
Like just teachers and coaches and shit like that, just hating on the hairstyle and shit.
You see, when I went to school, I had short hair. I didn't really have long hair until I got to college, and by that point, it was a little more acceptable. But I remember a crazy story growing up. My cousin, he played D1 basketball for the Air Force, and he used to always tell me, because I used to want to have braids. Growing up watching Allen Iverson, I used to always want to do that. He used to be like, "Yo, cut that fro. That's not gonna go. You're gonna walk into this school, the coach is gonna see you, and he's automatically gonna stereotype you and put you in this category. You can't do that. You got to be clean cut."
Yeah.
But personally, I never really dealt with that. On the West Coast, things are a little more free flowing. Like they don't really judge off appearances like that too much.
I hated short hair, Ron.
And I hate nappy fro Shaq. I'm up 1-0.
There was a story like that
on the board.
in the high school around where I'm from.
Well, yo, hold on. Somebody in the chat need to fucking keep a tally though. Rod up 1-0 on Shaq.
Shaq, I'm not doing this with you today.
I'm not either. I could, but I'm not. I let that one slide. I'll get it back in blood later.
I was about to say, didn't you announce it? You had smoke for everybody, especially Ron. What happened?
Yeah, I wasn't talking about physical traits. I mean,
that is kind of nasty, Ron. That you just got.
Ron is a good joker. That's why I'm treading lightly. Ron got jokes, so I'm just like, whatever, Ron. I'll let it slide.
Shaq's acting like he didn't start it.
I will.
Zay in the clutch already sending a super chat through. Don't forget Shaq Foster, Shaq Crawford. I have no idea what that means.
Oh man,
that's crazy. In the verses, we had some disputes. I'll tell you about D1. So Ron says we're playing. What were we playing? What round was that, Ron? I don't think it was R&B. Oh, it was Heartbreak Song.
Yeah,
and Ron sends me Confessions, Usher. Now, I look at Confessions, and I look at Confessions Part 2, and I say, it's been some years, but I'm pretty sure Confessions Part 2 is the one that he wants. But every single time during the show, I'm very adamant on send me the name and the song, exactly how it's displayed on Spotify, Apple, or Tidal. And these guys can't stick to basic rules, so when it doesn't come in slapping, they blame me. I can't. I'm sorry about that.
That's why we got to do the timestamp and shit. Or y'all got to do the timestamp.
And also, and also the timestamps. Like then it would be much better. Then we had what was it? Anthem. It was like label Anthem. And Dave and Q played. They played the Dipset Anthem. And then Ron just sends me Rough Riders Anthem.
Shaq, though.
So
what Rough Riders Anthem did you play? I don't want this. I wish I could play it right now. I don't want this.
Yeah, you had some crazy weird version.
Yeah.
I tapped into that. Yeah, I mean,
and then they say DMX Rough Riders, and I'm like, okay, is that really a label anthem? It's only one guy on the song. You guys are kind of bending the rules. That's why I didn't play. It is a
label anthem. It's Rough Riders Records, and it's Rough Riders Anthem.
Yeah.
What you mean?
And it's DMX.
And it's DMX. Yeah, okay. He is the label.
They said Rough Riders Anthem, so I typed in Rough Riders Anthems. I see 4 or 5 guys on the track. So I played that one. I was like, it has to be this one.
I'll shoot you some bail
and
on
that's
that
not
one.
on. That's not on any label. That's not on any. Like the Dipset anthem is on the Dipset album. The Rough Rider song is on DMX's album. That's the only reason that I couldn't. That's why I was like, it has to be
is
the
Rough
one.
Riders. Like Rough Riders is DMX.
That's like playing like one J song and then calling it like the Rockefeller anthem.
Yeah, it could be the Dynasty intro for sure. Is the
Rockefeller?
No.
I would say that We Are the Champions is probably the Rockefeller anthem if I had to, where they had Benny, Jay, Ye, all of those guys running. I wouldn't choose one J song to be.
No.
Okay, so what J song is the Rockefeller?
The Dynasty intro. The Dynasty intro, and then even the one.
I don't think of that song when I think of Rockefeller.
The Jay-Z with Joel Santana and Kim, where he's like,
but it isn't just a Jay-Z song.
Yo, chat. Let us know what you guys think would be the Rockefeller Dynasty anthem if there was one.
The Dynasty intro, fam. I'm telling you. When you hear that, you know it's Rockefeller.
Believe it or not, I honestly think it's Diamonds. The Diamonds version with Jay.
The remix?
Yeah.
Diamonds Are Forever. I can't believe that. If somebody would have played that for remix, that y'all just be, because I get the pleasure, because you know how it goes. It's me, Ron, and Dale in one group, and then it's Dave, Q, and me in a group. So I get to see them going back and forth on the songs they are about to play. And they just be selling. Both of them. They be talking themselves out of room shakers. Both of them. Like, I get it. It's a different dynamic because they play one thing and you're in the group and you're like, oh, we should play this. And then they're like, don't play that, play this. And then I'd be seeing it in real time. So I'd be like, ooh, you might want to play that one. And then they play the other one.
Or do they like retract? Like they have a song that they want to play, but then they hear the other group play it and they're like, oh, yeah, shit, we got to switch it up.
And then they debate like, okay, that really rocked the room. What can we do to overcome that?
On the spot.
I be trying
on the spot. It's like
the last two battles. I was trying to tell them like, let's not try to. If somebody plays something that rocks the room, you can't really try to play something along that same line. Like you just got to play what you was gonna play. If you try to mimic what they did, it's gonna just look like second fiddle. I low-key try to go completely against the grain. So just give them something else and try to reshape the room.
But there are songs, no matter what, you're gonna be second fiddle.
Nah, for sure.
Like Billie Jean. Like what I don't know who played it.
Oh, we did one hit
what was the
wonder.
Response?
It was a complete room shaker. It flipped the entire
one hit
thing
wonder
up. No, not
Billie
for that. I'm saying we did a round. Ron and them played for one here. They played Return of the Mac. Dale went back to that from our battle. Cool, whatever. I'm not gonna bring it up. I'm not gonna be nasty on the spot.
Mm-hmm. Even though Dale would be nasty to you if you did it.
But then they played I Got Five on it, and it was just like, oh my God. That was like Billie Jean-ish.
And you wouldn't think that I Got Five on it would just wreck Return of the Mac like that, but in the moment and in the time, it was like, yeah, this song got packed up and sit overnight. I'm talking about Red Eye.
That's crazy because I don't think, I mean, I Got Five on it is up there for sure, but is it bigger than Return of the Mac though?
I mean, Return of the Mac came on playing and then you just hear that doom, doom, and you're just like, nah, no way. As a one-hit wonder, who's thinking of that as a one-hit wonder?
Yeah, they came with it right there.
That shit was hard.
But yeah, so for you in the chat, you guys should tap into the Player's Choice Musics. It's usually on a Friday or Saturday. We're figuring out. It's about to hit TikTok sometime this week, so I'm pretty sure that audience will start to grow rapidly.
Probably only going to be able to
go live.
Yeah. Who knows how long these things will stay up on YouTube. Billie Jean. Once you said, I didn't know you guys played Billie Jean. That's probably the one. That's probably the one. And then we played it for a long time because they were fumbling on who they should have picked. To go back up against it. They ended up picking Sexy back. Wasn't a fan. I would have played Beat It. I wasn't a fan.
JT overrated as hell.
Going up against Mike Jack, that's really.
I think
it should have been Chris Brown or something.
I think they can copyright you for literally playing a second of any song that a label owns.
They were for sure supposed to rebuttal that with Prince.
You know?
No ifs, ands, or buts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what else can you really do?
It got brought up. It got brought up in the chat, but they just felt they knew. I would have played the Barney song and just would have won the crowd over with with laughter. I would have had the Barney song come in after Billie Jean, forfeited the round, and just won the laughing round and still helped control the room because nothing was messing with Billie Jean at that point.
All right. Let's get into NBA talk. Renee Perez donated through the super chat. Yo, Shaq, versus was fire as for judging. Since you do 12 rounds, y'all should think about judging rounds like a boxing match. Zay in the clutch. Shaq, how you feeling about the likes right now?
I like that.
Good question. Shaq?
I hate the likes, and I feel like we shouldn't even get into a topic until we hit 80. We're at 59. We need 21 more likes.
MC
so
Robinson.
We can get into this NBA talk.
Has anyone got the chance to see Hustle on Netflix? It's a really good movie.
I haven't seen it yet. Can't wait.
I heard Anthony Edwards is pretty good in it.
I've seen that too.
He looks like he can, he just has that act in him. Like in his post and his interviews, you can just tell he's a character. He doesn't have to do too much or try too hard. Yeah. What you guys need to see is Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, I finally saw that. I don't remember if I told you, Shaq, but I finally saw it.
It has to be one of the best movies ever created.
It's after when we were leaving the theater, I was like, how did they come up with this?
It's mind blowing. Like it makes Shutter Island look like kids play.
It was
now
great.
I started looking in, it looks like just a multiversal.
It is. But it was like, yeah.
Oh, it's everything that you think in your brain. Like, why doesn't somebody make this into a movie? And why don't they do that? And they just do everything that you think they should do.
Is it like an adventure movie, like Ready Player One type of shit?
Honestly, I'm trying to think. It's more kind of like it's kind of like The Matrix, but it just goes so deep into the capabilities that it's just like dog walking the Matrix.
It is literally a multiverse movie of like.
That's what I'm saying.
Not for what the Matrix was at that time, but I just watched all 3 Matrix with my wife a couple of months ago, and I was blown away. And then I watched this, and I'm like, oh, this might be goat conversation.
The Matrix franchise shot themselves in the foot with that last one, though.
The one that recently, or of the trilogy.
No, the 4th one.
Yeah.
Who was in that one?
That good.
Everybody.
Yeah, and it just was mid.
Keanu Reeves, and then the chick that plays Trinity. I don't know what her name is. She was in it.
I've still never fully watched. I feel like
I've seen it, and I was like, I'm gonna watch that, and I didn't watch it. The movie is called Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think
it's a great movie.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about movies, the best movie I've ever seen is Spider-Man: No Way Home. Pretty
that is
easily in my
good movie.
No. Don't tell me yet. Don't tell me yet.
Wait, you're giving that best movie all time?
Still haven't watched it.
I'm on the first Spider-Man, and hold on. I just watched all the old Spider-Mans. I'm about to tackle the Venoms. I told you we're working up the Marvel chain from chronological order in years, not from when they were released. So I can't wait to get there. I heard that movie was crazy too.
Nah, that movie is really good.
You gave it the
so
best.
I didn't want to go
into
it not remembering things.
Goat talk.
The last one I watched was with Jamie Foxx. I liked it, that one, where he was like the Electric Man.
Yeah, trash.
Electric Man.
I like Jamie Foxx.
He makes a comeback. Well, I'm not saying anything.
Yeah. I know that he was in it, and I'm a huge Doctor Strange fan, so that's why I'm really trying to get up there so I can catch up on all the Doctor Strange stuff.
So you haven't seen
the latest Doctor Strange either?
I've seen the first Doctor Strange.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen the one that just came out with Wanda Vision.
I watched the latest Doctor Strange with a bunch of people, and everybody was like, man, that shit was lower than mid. And I was like, man, that was a fire movie to me. I don't know what y'all talking about.
I can't wait. Have you seen the WandaVision?
In my opinion.
Yeah, I've seen WandaVision.
Yeah, I've seen WandaVision.
I liked the WandaVision a lot. Even though I didn't watch any of the Marvels, I got it. I understood it.
Yeah,
I want to watch
directly
Loki.
ties into Doctor Strange. You haven't seen Loki? Yeah, Loki's
better than
show.
WandaVision. Yeah,
bro, Loki
is Disney Plus
a
show.
fire show.
Bro, no way we're talking about Marvel movies right now.
Somehow
my wife hates Loki for whatever reason. After she's like huge Thor fan, so like she hates his character. So I'm like, let's watch it.
What wife isn't a Thor fan?
Yeah, exactly.
She should watch.
Oh, I like this
Like,
movie. I wonder why.
Every good-looking guy I see on the screen. Every good-looking guy I see on the screen, I say he's ugly. Like, I know he's an attractive guy, and I'm just like, come on. But on the inside, I'm like fake crying. I'm like, so this is what y'all want? That's crazy. But like, if a very attractive woman pops up, she's like, you think she's attractive every time? No.
Nope.
I don't.
See, that's
I don't.
crazy.
We both know she is, but let's just have fun with it. No.
Right. All right. Welcome back, Ron. The chat came through, by the way, and hit over 100 likes. Shout out to everybody who taps in on YouTube and subscribed, man. 13,000 subscribers we hit the other day, I think like 2 days ago. Shout out to y'all, man. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for liking the video. Thank you guys for leaving comments. Does your wife know your
taste in women?
Yes.
Is it her, or is it like a broad range?
Well, my taste.
What?
Is she listening?
No, she's listening.
I like the direction it's just turned down. I love
she definitely knows my taste, and she definitely knows it's her, but it's not necessarily just all physical. You know what I'm saying? Like I like me a loud, big mouth shit talker. You know what I mean? So,
so when you're at a sporting event and she sees some lady talking shit, she's like, "You better turn your eyes away."
Me and her, we done got in a couple brawls together and shit. Like, you know what I mean? I just need somebody like that on my side. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Yo, me lining up anybody with my wife is crazy.
Yeah, I see her listen, just hauling ass. She's running, bro. She's running the other way.
Oh, man. She an athlete, man. She played D1, you know what I mean? She played overseas, like she, you know what I mean? She ain't little, you know, so she going, yeah, so she with it.
What position she play?
We always talking shit. Like that's our love language. We talk shit to each other 24/7. So I always say she's a 5, but she low key she claims to be a wing. Yeah.
Oh, that's deep, bro.
I'll be like, man, shut up, man. Get your ass in the post.
Oh my God.
If you're a 5 and you can dribble, you can get away as a wing, kinda. It just depends. That's funny.
Should be trying to play the positionless basketball card.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's what she does. She's like, what you mean? Like, I'm positionless. I can do, I can, bring the ball up the court. I can put you in the post, he put you in the baby seat. No, like she talking all kinds of crazy shit, man.
Oh, man.
I cannot wait to meet her.
Bet.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it. Wow. Oh, my God. We're starting off with a Larry Bird gauntlet, because why not? Larry Bird's our favorite player on this show. Too bad Dell can't be here. All right, Larry Bird gauntlet. For those of you who don't know, Kurt and Wes, I'll explain to you guys. You're going to tell me if you're taking Larry Bird or you're taking the other player that I name. Just like a one-on-one or who's better type of situation.
Yeah.
I'm going to go down the list. We're going to start. Everyone's going to give their thought on the first name, and then we'll hit, Shaq, Euro, Ron, yada, yada, yada. And then we'll go second name, so on and so forth. So starting with, actually, order's going to go Shaq, Euro, Wes, Ron, Kurt, Larry Bird. Shaq, starting with you. Larry Bird versus Grant Hill.
And this is better player, right?
If that's how you want to set the stage, then we could go with that.
Yeah.
I hate this already.
I mean, it's not going to appear on TikTok like this.
Yeah, for sure not.
Oh, this is going to get nasty. Somebody going to get fried on TikTok.
Yeah, good luck trying to put context in here.
I can see it already. The second I saw the segment, I knew it was going to happen.
Anyone except for one player on here that you say is better than Larry, it's going to get deep fried, and it's going to do numbers. So go ahead.
Grant Hill is a better player than Larry Bird.
That's great.
Grant Hill is a better player than Larry Bird.
Oh, my God. Wes, you're muted, brother.
Still, I'm dumb. Regardless, give me Larry Bird. What are we talking about right now?
I'm taking Larry Bird. Give me Larry Bird.
Ron?
Larry Bird is a better player than Grant Hill. What are we talking about?
There's no way y'all believe that, but I bet.
Dude, I'm All right, Larry Bird.
You know what? I'm very not appreciative of this Grant Hill slander that has been said on this podcast.
But also, this can't be considered slander when you're comparing him against Larry Bird.
You guys, okay,
no,
I'm telling you guys.
But like, what are we talking about? We said better player. Like, what does that mean for real? Because we can say a better player, like
accolades aside,
and everything like
accolades
that.
aside.
What we're talking about, when you strip everything off this player and just like the basketball athlete,
yes.
Grant Hill is better than Larry Bird. I don't care what y'all say.
He's a better athlete, but player,
right?
Like, because we can say this,
and he has basketball IQ too.
No, he does. Grant Hill was a baller. Like, I hate to even have to put Grant Hill against Larry Bird to even have to do this to him. But it's like, bro, when you come back to time, and we always have to do this. We always have to compare Luka to Larry Bird. But when you say Luka, it's a lot of athletes better than Luka. But who's doing what the fuck Luka's doing? Rewind back.
Them both.
Rewind back. It's a lot of better athletes than Larry Bird. But who is doing cats dirty like Larry Bird was doing them? Who's shooting away Larry Bird's shot? Who's passing the way Larry Bird passed? Who's getting rebounds the way Larry Bird did?
I hate when we talk about Larry Bird shooting when he's never averaged more than 3 field goals from the 3-point line ever in his career. It's just been 3. Granted, it was a different era, whatever, whoop-de-woo, la la la.
Bro, back then that probably looked like Steph Curry to them. They're like, oh my God, he hit 3 of them things.
Yeah.
Like,
he was known to be a 3-point shooter because of the 3-point shootouts, but in the games he just shot a lot of 2s.
I mean, if you don't have to,
high volume.
If you don't have
elite
to,
mid-range.
Yeah.
But he only shoot like 34% for a career or something like that.
Okay, so in today's game, 37. In today's game, who are you taking? Grant or Larry Bird?
Grant.
It's a 3-point shooting league.
It's also positionless basketball. And Grant Hill, you can plug him in at the 2, at the 3, at the 4. You can go small with him. You can swap that man for Draymond.
I mean, Larry Bird 6'10" and averaged damn near 10 rebounds.
And he can't move.
Matter of fact, you know what?
And all that, and here's the thing. The reason why he averaged 10 boards and him not being able to jump over a sheet of paper is because he was doing all that physical activity, you know what I mean, getting people out the way. That's not going to fly in this day and age.
So,
obviously.
Jokic?
What? Jokic
That's
is
2
not
different body types.
Yeah, first of all that. Second of all, Jokic is way
Jokic
taller.
he doesn't do it with athleticism. He does it with boxing out and rebounding the correct way.
He's a mammoth.
Okay, Jokic averages 13 rebounds. I'm saying like Larry Bird can't average 8.
No, he can average 8. But what I'm saying is like,
I don't want to see Larry Bird averaging 8 in today's game. I don't want to see that. What else are you doing, Larry? I don't like it. It doesn't sit well with me. So I also don't think Larry Bird's going to be Luka Doncic in today's game. But we've already had this argument a million times. It just doesn't sit well.
Yeah, he wouldn't be Luka. I don't know if Larry Bird in today's game would put up the scoring output that a lot of people think he would. A lot of people think he would just turn into, this 27 to 30 point per game score every single season. I don't know if I see that, to be honest with you.
The problem with today's game. Finish.
You got it, Wes.
The problem that I have with the today's game comparisons when we talk about specifically Larry Bird is we've seen him shoot the 3 ball. So it's like if you put him in an opportunity in today's game to do what players are doing today as opposed to what players were doing back then, he's gonna shoot 4 or 5 threes No. We know that, Wes. But he's going to be on the wing, or is he going to be point guard? He's going to play the wing. He's
okay, so on the wing, what player is he going to play like that we all know and love? Or is he just going to be some unicorn like Chris Stapps?
You guys are going to hate this. You're going to hate this, but he does everything that Dirk was doing. In today's game, he does everything Dirk was doing. You just said he was high volume from 2, right? He going to be putting cats in the mid post.
So you're telling me that Dirk and Larry... So Dirk and Larry had the same type of game.
You see Wesley's picture? That's what he's gonna do, okay?
Is Ron up 2-0 now?
Yo, Ron is quick with it today. Ron must have had his morning coffee.
Ron is definitely up 2-0.
He's on the ball today.
After saying a bunch of baloney that Larry Bird and Dirk Nowitzki play alike, I've never heard that before.
No, I said that's what he would be like.
How would he be like that if I've never heard? How would he be like Dirk Nowitzki?
First off, catch and shoots.
I hate how you're saying his last name.
Okay, so then Dirk and Anthony Davis are the same. What are we talking about right now? It's a lot of players that catch and shoot, Ron.
You didn't even let me continue to get into how.
I mean, you use catch and shoot as a point.
I said first off, catch and shoot. Can I get the
How
second,
was that first?
third?
The whole entire league catches and shoots.
Because Larry Bird is Larry Bird, 50, 40, 90. He's going to shoot it from a 40% clip from out there. So okay. I'm starting with that. That's going to be the bread and butter. Now when you have to factor in that this dude is burning us from the three-point line, we got to close out, we got to hug him. Okay, one little pump fake. Now I'm taking one dribble blown by you. One dribble pull up. Then we're getting into that. Now we're talking about when you start doing the pick and rolls and you start getting switches. I got a smaller guy on me. Okay, I'm going to take this midget down to the post and I'm going to give him a bucket. That's when you get the Dirk fadeaway. But what happens when cats start double teaming? Okay, I'm going to take the double team. Now I'm going to start passing out the double team. Larry Bird was an immaculate passer. That's when you get to the 6-7 assists. I just see him easily tearing apart this league. On top of that,
I feel like you're ballooning a player.
When you go back and look, it's hard for me to balloon a guy named Larry Legend. I feel like you're inflating.
No, it's not. You're
deflating.
No, you're balloon.
You're sucking the helium out of a legend.
Whoa!
I don't think you should be sucking anything out of a legend.
Let's just move on.
For sure. Let's just move on.
All right, because Ron's
Ron -1 off of that. Yo, he's back down to 1-0.
That's kind of a -1. Not gonna lie.
You should be in the negatives. That was crazy. I don't want to suck the helium out of any legend
But you're
of
doing
winning
it, though.
of the Celtics of anybody. I don't. You're sucking it. Let's go.
All
I'm
right.
off you, Ron.
Shaq, Larry Bird versus Tracy McGrady.
Better player. I'm going T-Mac, man. I'm going T-Mac.
Dude, what?
Me too, T-Mac.
Oh man, I love T-Mac, but I still gotta go Larry, bro.
I like T-Mac too, and I'm also going
Like
Larry
prime
Bird.
T-Mac.
Half man, half
What'd you say? What'd you say, Supercurtt? I didn't hear. What'd you say?
He's going Larry because he's not
I'm going
delusional.
Larry Bird.
I love you guys' consistency.
He's going Larry because what?
Because he's not delusional.
What was the reason? All right, can somebody bring up T-Mac's like best year compared to Larry's best year? And I want to see who's delusional. And one is going against the 80s, and the other one was going against arguably the most defensive impacted era in the history of our game, where Kobe was averaging 35 a game, and teams were only scoring 90. That's never been done.
When I tried doing this comparison before, when I tried bringing up this era stuff, and it was just with Derrick Rose and like Luka Doncic or something, and you said you can't compare eras. It was slower era. The points per game, you have to multiply them by X amount. It's like, so what are we doing here? We can't do this.
I don't think I've ever said that. We talked about impact on the NBA.
Oh my Lord. I remember
I've never compared Luka Doncic stats to Derrick Rose's. How could you compare the two?
I'm just saying, I don't even remember who it was, but it was, I know Derrick Rose was one of them. And then I said another player, and you said you can't even use that because Derrick Rose in this day and age, if he was in his prime, would have
No. That was two drastically different stat lines. I guarantee you these stat lines are going to be a lot more familiar.
I have them.
So what was T-Mac's best year?
T-Mac's best year, at least scoring the basketball, looks like 32.
Yeah.
32 on 45%, 6 boards, 5 assists. Bird's looking like 29 on 52%, 9 boards, 6 assists in the 70s.
Man, nice.
I don't want to see T-Mac
nice. Let's compare 1 year, because when you look at their careers, who has the better career?
He was injury prone.
Oh, wait. Larry
not
played on the
talking
bad
about
back
careers.
a couple years. Larry played on the bad back a couple years.
We're not talking about greatness. We're talking about better player.
Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, Larry played less years than T-Mac.
He did.
How many injured? We're talking about injured.
His back was broke. spinal.
And
he was out there giving cats buckets.
So his back was broken. He managed to do all of this on a broken back.
It was nasty. It was tough.
Yeah,
I just got to see the top 10
twice.
players in the 80s. I just got to see it.
I'll give him to you right now if you need him.
Ron. Larry Bird.
Larry.
That's what I thought. All right, Shaq. Larry Bird versus Nikola Jokic.
Nikola Jokic.
I have a feeling Shaq is never going to pick Larry Bird until we get to one name, actually, maybe.
Yeah, he's probably never going to pick him, not going to lie.
Euro?
I like Jokic a lot, but I'm going to go Larry on this.
See, wait. See, this is why this is nasty, because Jokic is probably the best player on this list besides one player.
And who is that?
Besides...
Yeah, don't get to it. I was going to say, don't get to it.
Okay.
Like, unanimously, like, Jokic is better than Grant Hill and Tracy McGrady as far as what he brings to the game. But if we're going Larry Bird...
I don't know how we ended up here, but somehow I'm taking Jokic. I'm taking Jokic over Bird a little unconfidently.
I'm also
This is
taking
disgusting.
Bird over Jokic. I'm not taking Jokic.
I promise you, what I'm gonna do for you, Jordan, I'm gonna go find the player that was averaging similar numbers to Larry Bird without the rings. And since you say that Larry Bird is better than all of these players, you better say the same about this player, because we're talking about better player, not greater career.
I know what we're talking about.
I'm gonna go find the guy from the 80s.
We're talking about.
I'm gonna go. So are you taking Magic Johnson over all these players?
But bro, do
the rules all of a sudden switch?
Here's what you're not taking into account. You're looking at what you're doing is you're not taking anything into account of him being placed in his era. You're comparing him to how he might look in today's era. I always take
that into account.
But how he was in that era, not taking evolution into consideration, which you were arguing up and down.
I take everything into consideration, just like putting Magic Johnson in this era. So would he be a top 5 player in this era, JD? Magic Johnson.
I have no idea.
So you don't have any idea, but you have Bird being magically, mystically, undeniably top, what, 1?
No, absolutely not.
So what would Larry Bird be?
I don't know.
In this era,
like top
10,
top 6, top 7.
So he's top 6, top 7, but Magic somehow you just have no clue what he could be.
Magic is just different. That's like ranking Chris Paul top 10
How is he
now
different?
Because he's like more.
I can make the argument that Magic would be better in this era than Larry Bird would. Easily.
Do it. Let's hear it.
Please.
What do you mean, please?
You just said you were going to do it, so I'd like to hear it.
Okay, well, with you guys' logic, the three-point line is here, so I'm guaranteeing Magic would shoot more threes, and he would probably shoot 35, 36, 37 some years from three. He's a better passer, better rebounder, better court player. Wait, no. But I just said all the things.
You said using your logic, based on use your logic. Let's hear your logic.
What do you mean? I'm using this to debunk your theory that Larry Bird would be top 10, but Magic wouldn't. So I'm saying if you're going to say Larry Bird's top 10, then you might as well say Magic was top 10, because Magic was dominating the 80s. That's why it was Magic versus Bird. That's why it was Magic and Bird. You just think Magic was out there just sitting on his hands? Or are we not informed about what Magic Johnson was doing?
Just a different player.
Then why was it Magic versus Bird if they were so different?
So they played the exact same?
No, of course they didn't play the exact same, but they both had strengths and they both had weaknesses, and you're just negating the fact that Magic could have played in this era, but Larry couldn't.
Does Magic have a current day NBA player comp?
Yeah, it's LeBron James.
Probably LeBron.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if it's LeBron, he's pretty good at basketball.
It's
even the knockoff LeBron.
I was gonna say it is for sure knockoff LeBron James, but
he wouldn't match LeBron.
But he would be a better but he would be a better passer than LeBron.
Okay.
But he'd be a far worse scorer.
I don't know if that's true. Can we bring up some stats?
And why do we say this about Magic's passing? Like, because the only thing that we really see of him is his flashy passes. And of course, he's a great passer, but in terms of seeing the play develop and like hitting
he averaged from 83 to 91, he averaged 10 and a half, 13, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12, 12, 13, 11 and a half.
You're slipping into me saying that he wasn't a good passer, which is not what I said.
I mean, we've seen the flashy ones, but the non-flashy ones were connecting as well.
I'm asking,
for points,
why do we think he's going to be a better passer than LeBron?
It gets ungodly for points. 18, 21, 18, 17, 17 and a half, 18, 19, 24, 20, 23, 23, 20. That's before HIB. So you're telling me that 22, 13, and 8 isn't a crazy stat line? So that's not a crazy stat line, but Larry Bird's stat line is just really unfamiliar. We've never seen it before. All right, I digress.
Yo, the thing about Magic is you got to understand Magic played with the best scorer of all time, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And then he played with James Worthy. He played with a bunch of other... Look at the records. I see the face you're making, Supercurtt. Go look at the records. Who scored the most points of all time? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. But hold on. No, just let me get this off. He played with the person who scored the most buckets. So as a distributor, first off, you're in a point guard, you're going to give him the ball. That's automatically going to take away from your scoring. But when you go to his rookie year, Game 6, closeout game, Kareem gets hurt. What does Magic have to do? In 1980, play positionless basketball. He started at center. He scored 42 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists. So you mean to tell me you plug Magic into this era, put him at the 4 or the 5, whatever, and allow him to just run your offense free-flowing through him? Come on, man. Magic at average easily 25, 9, and 9. Easy. And it's not,
He's averaging double digits. Here's what in assists and probably rebounds in this era. Here's where it gets nasty. People say that 22 points isn't 29 points. Okay, we understand that they're not the same player, but if I'm averaging 12 assists a game, I'm easily accounting somewhere between 24 and 32 points. Just because I'm not being selfish as scorers, I'm still putting points on the board due to my talents. Now, if Larry Bird wants to average 29 and 6, that's 41 points a game. On average, I'm just saying you have to factor that in. And I don't know why we don't factor that in. How do you not understand that a player can account for many points on the court? That's why LeBron James is so great, because he can go get you 30, 35 and still have 10 assists. Or 15 assists. So that's half of the team's points from one player. But, I mean... Again, I digress. I hope I'm using that word right. I just like the way it sounds.
Yeah. All right. Let's speed through the rest of this so we could get to the next topic. But Jokic, I don't even remember where we stopped at. Wes, did you? I think you went.
Oh, yeah, I went Jokic.
Kurt, you said Larry Bird.
Went Bird.
Ron.
Yeah.
Landslide Larry.
Jack, Larry Bird versus Damian Lillard.
Damian Lillard.
Larry Bird.
Larry Bird.
Larry Bird again. Larry Bird.
Larry versus who?
Damian Lillard.
That's my answer. Larry versus who?
Ron's patience has run out.
It's out. It's gone. Shaq, Larry Bird versus Kevin Durant.
Oh.
I've heard of Supercurtt. Have you ever heard of Super Kevin? I'm going Kevin Durant.
Durant.
Oh man.
Wait. Because I'm trying to figure out what we're putting into this, and I know we're spending a lot of time on this. So Damian Lillard doesn't have a better bag than Larry Bird. Is that what we're saying?
So now you're just changing the argument.
I said better player.
Okay, so that automatically equates to better bag.
I mean, what makes a player better than the other one? I guess we need to figure that out.
I feel like when you talk about a player's bag, you're really just talking about their tween hezzy, what their buckets look like. But I mean, like, I don't think no one really thinks like LeBron has an overly deep bag. I think it's easy to say that Steph or
it's
Kyrie
really deep.
I've heard some people say LeBron's bag's better than Kevin Durant, and he got more handles.
I've heard that.
Then KD
too many times.
I've heard it. Hey,
I think
I've heard
LeBron's
it.
a better player, but
I've heard it.
crazy to me.
Ron, who said it?
I'm not 100% sure.
I've heard
Hey,
it.
that's not a bad take. That's not a bad take.
That's not
It's not a
ridiculous.
bad take. It's not ridiculous to say that.
LeBron's
not
better than
ridiculous to say
KD,
that.
but that seems wild to me.
Oh man.
But regardless, the point is that
KD's bag is a little overrated, and LeBron's is a little underrated. But continue.
I agree with that as well.
yeah, but it's just like you look at like these players that they don't look cool. Their buckets aren't even difficult. They just know what they're doing, and they're always gonna get to their spot. And it can only take one dribble. And I think when you talk about the bag of Kevin Durant, obviously it's easily deeper than Larry Bird, but I don't think he's giving you as much defensively. I don't think he's rebounding as well as Larry Bird. And I think KD's playmaking is overrated. When you send a double team at KD, you saw what happened. He got swept.
I'm telling you right now, I'm taking Grant Hill over Larry Bird. I'm taking Tracy McGrady over Larry Bird. I'm taking Jokic over Larry Bird. I'm taking Damian Lillard over Larry Bird. That one's a tough one. I'm taking Kevin Durant over Larry Bird, and I'm for sure taking Luka Doncic over Larry Bird. And I love Larry Bird. He has a greater career than all of these players.
I'm taking Kevin Durant over Larry Bird.
Give me Larry Bird.
So what's your – I have to hear this. What's your reasoning for taking Larry Bird over Kevin Durant?
I think that –
besides people sending doubles at him and whatever else that was.
I think that in this era, Larry Bird is shooting a better three ball. He's going to be a better rebounder, and he's going to defend better than Kevin
Is he
Durant.
going to be a better scorer than Kevin Durant?
No, but he's going to be a better shooter.
The thing is, you can't ever bring up defense or, in my opinion, for any player that isn't a big that rim protects or that can lock down 1v1 without any team help. Because playing better defense, let's talk about it. What does that mean? Larry Bird coming into this era, what you think he's going to play better defense if he's on the Magic? Or does it just have to be the team that it? What does individual defense mean? I'm ready to hear the second tier or third tier guys defense that we talk about that isn't a superstar. We only talk about defense when it comes to defensive specialists, but never do you get that guy coming up the ranks, third tier, second tier guy on a team that nobody talks about. You never say he's a lockdown. Who's the player?
My defensive player is Luguentz Dort on the Oklahoma City Thunder. That's my guy.
Amazing. But do you know how much, because he's Arizona State alumni, so I know him very well.
Yeah.
But do you know how much energy it takes for him to play defense? And where else in his game is it lacking? Because if he had offense, he would be a super duper star. Absolutely. With that amazing defense. Absolutely. So I'm just trying to figure out the super duper star, with the exception of Kawhi, allegedly. I'll give you guys that, because I've seen Kawhi play one-on-one, but I've also seen Kawhi get cooked. But okay, that's a time for another day. But I want to know the superstar that is just this lockdown that can score the ball, because we thought it was Paul George.
According
but then
to
he
you,
started playing offense.
According to you, Giannis.
Of course, you're talking. Larry Bird is no Giannis. That's the point that I'm trying to bring to everybody here. We're talking about Larry Bird like he's just going to be. But I mean, okay, again, I digress. You guys have Larry Bird so high. It's fair in today's era. I just have to see the algorithm that makes sense. I'm willing to say, okay, Larry Bird is like that, but I've yet to see the algorithm that makes sense in my head. You guys say he'll come in and he's just going to be this rebounder because Jokic could do it. He's going to be this catch and shoot because Dirk could do it. He's going to be this lockdown defender because Kawhi could do it. He's going to be all of this in one player. So why haven't we seen this guy? Where is he at?
Bro,
where is this guy?
See, you keep saying that you're taking evolution into account, but you are not. Like you're saying you're doing it, but absolutely
I really
not.
am. But when I take it into account, tell me the player that does this, that rebounds like that, plays defense like that, that can score like that. Because let's look at Giannis. He isn't just some perimeter scorer. He isn't some catch and shoot scorer. He's in the paint. He's a big playing the three, to be honest. He's just bringing the ball up and bulldozing. But you guys are telling me that Larry is just going to come in and be this guy. And then it comes off as hate when I say, where is the guy? I love Larry Bird. I love everything that he did for the game. But we have to stop this stigma that Larry Bird was just that because of what everybody tells us. I can look at the footage. It was amazing. It was amazing. But then when I think of today's game, I'm like, even Dirk, as offensively gifted as he was, it was zero defense. And I love Dirk. He's an all-time great, for sure.
I think,
but he gets put in the top 20 because of one ring against LeBron James. But again, I digress.
I think the point that people are trying to make is that when we talk about Luka and Jokic, them being an unathletic player, I think that if they can average the assists and the rebounds, then someone almost as skilled as them, at least from the passing standpoint, and a great playmaker and someone that can rebound really well, and Larry Bird would be able to acquire those same things because they can do it and be considered not athletic. And, you know,
I don't think Larry Bird and Luka, I think Luka is a generational talent.
Julian. He'd be a slightly worse defender in this era because obviously the skill is way higher than it was in the 80s.
Julian, but since you want to say that, sorry, go ahead, Kurt.
No, that's all I was going to say.
Since you want to say that's such a dumb argument, and then you follow that up with Bird's not guarding anyone nowadays. Nobody is guarding anyone nowadays. There are like so 2 or 3 guys who can play defense.
Better
than everyone else.
Okay, that's the point that I just made, and you just literally just repeated it.
I don't care about defense. I just had
a 10-minute soliloquy, painting it beautifully, and then you come and just trash it with that one sentence. I know, I just made that point.
We're not, but
I've never seen you cape for a player like Larry Bird either. I don't know why. I'm just throwing that out there.
I've never caped for Larry Bird like this before.
I feel like you have.
Never, ever. Go find the footage. I dare you. I dare you.
But okay, so if you're all of a sudden caping like this for Larry Bird, why aren't you caping for Magic?
Him up against.
So let's take out Larry and let's put Magic in the same exact gauntlet and let's go down the line.
Can we finish this first and then we can do Magic next?
I don't want to do Magic at all, to be honest. I just want to finish this.
I would love to do the best point guard ever.
I don't even know where we're at. I know it's Kevin Durant, Wes. I think you.
What do you mean? What do I mean by that?
I'm
best point guard ever.
No, not that part. You said you wanted to do him.
Yo, JD
Dale's trying
to stop reaching, man.
Wow.
JD Dale's trying to reach right now.
That was a reach.
If y'all gonna take everything I say and turn it into a pause, I'm gonna give you guys something to pause about. Pause.
I love Dirk, and I do feel like he deserves to be top 20 with or without that ring.
Euro, KD or Larry?
KD.
Kurt.
KD.
Ron.
Man, give me Larry Bird.
Larry Bird or Luka Doncic?
Better player, Luka Doncic.
Euro.
Larry.
Wes.
Luka.
Kurt.
Larry.
Ron.
Larry legend.
All right, moving on. My God.
JD, you over that segment?
I was.
You don't want to talk about Larry no more?
I was over that segment 20 minutes ago. In an alternate universe. No, I don't want to talk about anyone that played in the 80s anymore. Maybe ever again on this show.
So we can't talk about Jordan either?
We could talk about Jordan, though. Just
what about Bill Walton?
Please no. In an alternate universe, who would have won these finals matchups if they happened this year? Some more hypotheticals because we love hypotheticals. We're going to go same order, Shaq, Euro, Wes.
That's why we're better than every other podcast. If we want to sit here and talk analytical, we can go be like the other guys. I don't want to say any names. But I actually find those podcasts interestingly boring.
Literally everyone
I love them on
who's
TikTok,
under ESPN.
Though. I've literally seen everybody steal the hypotheticals in the last year, all the way up the ladder to first take and undisputed, by the way. I don't know where they're getting these hypotheticals from, but it seems to be coming out of left field. I don't know. I'm just cutting on undisputed, and I'm seeing a bunch of hypotheticals all of a sudden. A bunch of comparing players. And then I see JJ Redick in there playing against plumbers, and he gets all the praise that I never got. And then I'm not supposed to be upset about
it. You saying JJ got your job?
No. JJ deserves that. JJ deserves that job. He put in the work. I'm just saying, all I see is hypotheticals everywhere we go, even fellow podcasters. It's like they just came and just zapped segments out of thin air and just put them onto their podcast. And I'm like, I watched all you guys' podcasts and it was never like this, but now it's like this. And then I try to team up like, hey guys, let's team up. Let's band together and take out the big corporations. No, I'm going to stay on YouTube and I'm just going to get these views and never make any fucking money. See, now I'm upset.
Damn.
I wasn't upset before, but now I'm upset.
God
because
damn.
all I do is sit you guys just want to sit here and be like everybody else and we can never get anywhere. It's never any bigger picture, ever. I'm just going to keep trying to catch you. I see the guys that are getting 40, 50,000 views. They aren't going anywhere. Wake up and smell the coffee. We got to take it. But okay, that's a conversation for another day. I would rather get 300 views on my YouTube video to not be associated with Player's Choice. Okay, well, let's go look at Player's Choice. All you guys had, you know what? Dale isn't here. This isn't the episode.
I have no idea how we took this turn. But anyway, in an alternate universe, multiverse, who would have won these finals matchups if they happened this year? So you're taking these teams from this season and everything into consideration. You're taking all the health into consideration, yada, yada, yada. So if
we are
this were to
taking
play
health
out,
into consideration.
yes. So
Yeah.
Kawhi
Then
Leonard
that's not
is
a
out.
hypothetical.
This is
Okay.
Euro.
All
This
right.
isn't a hypothetical. Here, I'll start
Let's
with
go,
you, Euro.
let's go,
for this
let's
first
go,
one.
let's
Who
go,
would have
let's
won
go.
in the finals this year, Warriors or Heat?
Let's go.
That's not a hypothetical. The Heat aren't even in the finals, Euro.
Let's go.
All right, let's go. Shaq, Euro, Wes, Ron.
No,
Kurt.
what I'm saying is like the hypothetical. It's not like how can you say that's a hypothetical? Because if we take the injuries and everything into account, the fucking Heat wouldn't make it to the finals, and they're not in the finals.
Thank you, Brett.
So it's a hypothetical still.
It's
So-
just not a full
So the
hypothetical.
Warriors are in the finals. The Warriors are watching everybody who's not in the finals right now. You see what I'm saying? Like there's
You are
no
disgusting.
match up there.
This is a hypothetical because it's not currently happening.
Let's go. Let's go. I know what you're saying. I'm just
all right.
come on, man. Let's go.
I'm following you, Euro. I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of Logic. This shit is just crazy to me. But
JD.
go on.
Yeah.
JD, how does I Am So Godly have a Player's Choice icon next to his name? What does that mean?
He's a member.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah.
Shout out I Am So Godly.
All right, Shaq. Who's winning in this
All right, bet.
this finals matchup? Warriors, Heat.
I'm going to go Warriors in 7, maybe.
Warriors in 4. Definitely.
I got him in 6. Yeah, Warriors in 6.
Ron,
Warriors in 5.
Kurt.
Warriors in 6. 5.
Shaq.
Nah, 6. Warriors in 6.
You want to think for a couple more seconds?
Nah, Warriors in 6.
All
Warriors
right.
in 6 sounds about right.
All right, Shaq. Warriors, Bucks.
Bucks in 7.
No Middleton or yes Middleton?
No
No
Middleton.
Middleton.
No Middleton is crazy.
Well, if we're doing the
He
hypothetical,
would have been healthy.
Well,
by the
yeah, that's
finals.
what I'm saying. Would he not have been back
would've
by the
been back.
finals if they had made
He
it
would've
that
been
far?
back.
He would have been back because he would have
like a week or two.
he would have been back at like the end of that series, wouldn't they? No.
Here we go with stacking hypotheticals.
No, but they were saying like this is realistic, Euro. He would have been back for the
Chris
finals.
Middleton was slated to be healthy for the finals.
Who cares? Middleton there or not? Who cares?
Yeah, Warriors in 5, man.
Whatever you guys want it to be.
Bucks in 7.
Ron.
You know my
Yeah,
slogan.
that's all you got to
Bucks
do.
in 6.
Kurt.
Warriors in 7.
Shaq. Suns versus Celtics.
Celtics were going to pack them up
hmm
Thinking one of
Wait,
these
in
or
6 max.
Celtics in 5.
5. Celtics.
little gentlemen's. Ron.
Yeah, I got a newfound belief for the Celtics. I believe the Celtics damn near sweep them. but
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna give them. Yeah, I'm gonna give them 5 just
Yeah.
because.
Even beyond that, I'm so low on the Suns. They're dysfunctional as anything, or they were at the end of that series. And Ayton's never playing for them again.
It's crazy because I thought the Suns were probably the most like functional team in the NBA. I thought they had the most chemistry. I thought they was all like arriving to the arena together, wearing the same outfits, leaving, going getting drinks with each other afterwards, team dinners.
What happened? The pressure got too high for them? Did they fold?
Luka Doncic made
no. I mean, you know, I'm a chemistry guy, so clearly I think things have changed. Aiden was looking at his pocket a little bit, and I think that kind of was the first domino. And now we have somebody like CP3 who's like, bro, you shouldn't be worried about that. We should be worrying about, getting it done. And that's how I think it happened.
We have a Malice in the Palace situation in the chat between Swish Life and Corvin. I hope everybody gets that situated. Yeah, it's getting nasty in the stands.
Mouse in the
Palace. Audio listeners, that's why you need to be here.
I'm damn near about to log off the show and just jump in the chat. I like what's going on over there a little more.
I got the chat right here.
Hold on. We can't say any of the chats.
Yo, that's nasty.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Where are we at here?
What are the likes at?
146. Did everyone do this, Suns Celtics?
No. Celtics in 5.
Shaq, Mavs versus Celtics.
Celtics in... I got Luka getting 2. Celtics in 6.
Celtics in 5.
I think that Luka has single-handedly carries them to 7, but the Celtics still get it in 7.
Realistically, Luka ran out of gas, and he wouldn't be able to survive in the finals.
West. Come on.
Okay, maybe I'm wilding a little bit. Maybe I'm high on Luka, but I'm okay. That's fine.
You high on that Luka pack? Who makes that strain? I need a piece
Mark
of that.
Cuban.
Let me tell you, it is Celtics in 3.
Nah, it's
the Mavs don't even show.
It's actually really bad.
Game 4 is going to be in Dallas, and the Mavs ain't even going to show up.
It's actually really bad.
They just going to have an extended shoot around.
Oh, God.
Yeah, there's just no shot that they go to damn near. They're going to go to either 6 or 7 with the Warriors, and then going to play the Mavs, and then go 7.
Realistically, Luka gets 1. Luka gets 1.
I say he gets 1. Mavs in 5. Celtics in 5. Celtics in 5.
Yo, KD don't get 1. Luka don't get 1. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
It's not a bad argument.
KD don't get 1. Luka don't get 1. They blitz Luka the same way they were blitzing him.
Hey, Disney.
I still hate that argument. KD had a lot of open shots
and Mavs have a lot better supporting cast than the Nets.
Yeah. Better shooters.
Yeah, but
better system. I won't say better shooters, but better coaching.
It is, but I still don't see it. I don't see it happening.
Role players are too streaky.
Are we done with this one?
Shaq, last one. Grizzlies Celtics.
Celtics in 6.
Celtics and it's you and me. My fault.
Celtics in 6.
Yeah, give me Celtics in 5.
But if we're gonna do the half hypothetical here, then would they have Ja?
Ooh, no Ja, they get walked. They get walked.
Yeah. We forgot about that part.
I don't know if they just get walked though, because keep in mind the Grizzlies were 21-2 without Ja this year.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're better without Ja.
I hate that argument.
I hate it too, but they was winning, and on top of that, in the playoffs against
I'm with you, Ron.
Against the Warriors, they got.
They're winning 2 games. They're winning 2 games. Celtics are too unreliable to sit here and think that they're just about to just dominate teams that can play, like that can band together. The Suns, I feel like they had a DeAndre Ayton problem, and that was deeper than we probably even know. But the Grizzlies, nah, I'm not going. They're winning 2 games against anybody.
I just
against
feel like
any team
off just the power of the Celtics at the top. I mean, Brown and Tatum are better than everyone on the Grizzlies not named Ja. And I would even argue they're probably better than Ja. They have 2 players better than the Grizzlies' entire team. Who on the Grizzlies is better than either one of them?
I'm not 200% sure on that. Jaylen Brown and Ja take.
Wait.
Okay, but I'm saying if Ja wasn't going to play, Ja was not going to play. He was banged up.
But still, it doesn't really matter about talent, because I mean, we had coming into this Clay and Steph. I mean,
Wait.
Of course, we're going to sit here in hindsight and say, Clay this, Clay that. But come on, man. Nobody thought this series would be 2-2 right now, except Celtics fans.
I have the
With the
Warriors
potential of being
6.
3-1.
Yes. I coming into the series as right now, I had the Warriors at 6.
Grizzlies versus Celtics.
Who did yeah. I mean, I guess. But JD, we can't move on to the next topic till we get up to what? We got 300 people and we got 161 likes. So let's get up to 185. That's 24 more likes.
They clearly like this topic.
Celtics versus Grizzlies. Yeah, I got Celtics in 6 games.
Can I read the super chat at least? Because that's a little different.
Yeah, of course.
Zay in the clutch sending a super chat. Who's the 3 most iconic players all time on court? I'm assuming he meant on the court. I don't know how to interpret this question. I'm going to make an assumption.
I like it.
That he just wants you to name the top 3 most iconic players all time. So like Allen Iverson, for example.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan.
AI's top 3.
Right.
MJ,
Michael Jordan.
MJ, AI, and then I just need a third.
I'm going LeBron.
Kobe or LeBron?
Kobe.
LeBron, Kobe, MJ, AI.
Yeah, I'm going LeBron, Kobe, MJ, and then I mean AI kind of got to be up there because he was iconic, and MJ and AI have to be there, and I think Kobe, LeBron can kind of swap, and Steph.
I think what makes Kobe and Bron a little bit more iconic than AI is if you ask someone who doesn't know basketball at all to name you a basketball player, 9 times out of 10, they're naming Kobe, LeBron, or MJ. Almost exclusive.
I'm not gonna I don't really like that when we talk about iconic. I don't really like when people say, "Oh, well, like when you ask a random person," because I think that in reality that just means you're more popular. But I feel like popularity doesn't always make you more iconic than someone else. Like,
that's why you can't really put LeBron in there now.
Carry yourself.
That's why we can't really put LeBron in there now because we gotta wait until it's all said and done, right? Everybody else, like the AIs and the Michael Jordans and the Kobe's or whatever, they are like, I mean, they're done playing, right? And so now that iconic, like, statement that comes with them is a little bit more solid than somebody who's still working on their legacy.
Are we doing retired or everybody? Anybody?
We also need 10 more likes.
Everyone, and like, dude, like, yeah, I don't know. Iverson is like.
Iverson.
Everyone wanted to be Iverson, and Michael Jordan was in the league still.
MJ has to be there.
I hear what you guys are saying with Iverson, and he's 4 for me. But I'm gonna go with the 3 people that changed the game the most, and I think the 3 people that also, I mean, everybody wanted to be like too. I'm gonna go Jordan, obviously, be like Mike. That's a thing. Then I'm gonna go with LeBron. Now, I'm not going to say a lot of people wanted to be like Bron just because you can't really do what Bron did, but everybody was in awe of LeBron every step of the way.
If Steph Curry comes out of your mouth for this third player, I'm booting you off the call. I'm booting you off the call.
He's coming.
Please stop saying that.
Why do you think everybody wants to? I go to these AAU basketball games and kids are shooting from 3 feet behind the NBA line. I'm like, bro, Steph Curry changed the game. He's iconic. Kids nowadays want to be Steph Curry. They don't want to be Allen Iverson. They want to be Steph Curry.
Ron, Allen Iverson, Ron, but you're going, but Ron, that's super nasty. That's super nasty because when AI was coming up, you wanted to be Allen Iverson.
No, and you're right, I did. But I guarantee if we put it together, our era.
I mean, you have social media. You have social media, so it's
wants to be Steph. I think
the fact that everybody wanted to be. The fact that everybody wanted to be AI without social media was just crazy. We could only watch what they were giving us. And they were giving us a lot of content on ESPN of one guy. And it always just seemed to be revolving around Allen Iverson. No, even more so than Kobe Bryant.
I can't say that.
Until Kobe took that next step.
Ron, the only thing you're taking into account with Steph Curry is on the court. Off the court is where AI... That's where he beat Steph Curry. On the court and off the court because culture. He changed the culture of NBA and how you look at it.
Because we don't big up Steph off the court as much as we should, and his business acumen and the way he carries himself.
Oh my
God. First off, let me get this off. Let me get this off.
You better explain it in depth. Explain it in depth.
Because he went into it on the interview with Draymond. He was with Nike. Steph decided to leave. Nobody was with Under Armour. We don't big up this move as much as we should. He went to Under Armour, a football company, and put them on the map by himself, started his own signature line of shoes. It was around that time where he started breaking records, unanimous MVPs, this, and this. Okay,
Ron,
that's on the court.
Who have we heard of from Reebok since Allen Iverson?
And you're right. Allen did do Reebok.
No, but also Allen was the only person who has signed with Reebok. Who was with Reebok before? Why do we? Why do we understand? Wait, no. Wait. You're talking. I'm with you.
Nah, Ron. I'm not with you with that Under Armour shit because Under Armour is not on the map when it comes to basketball apparel. Number one. Number two. Ain't nobody. Yeah, right now, not more than what motherfuckers was wearing Allen Iverson's back in the day.
You can say that. It's also more competition in the shoe game now.
I don't care. What also is not happening is Under Armour retroing some shits that nobody even is going to check in 20.
And I'm with that.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
Euro's right.
We don't know that.
Shaq.
They are retroing AIs right now.
Shaq was more iconic off the court in sneaker stuff than Steph was in that era. For what he did.
Shaq is a crazy mogul off the court. Shaq top 3 off the court. Shaq top 3, top 5 off the court.
All right,
so that's how you're trying to make Steph off the court.
No, I'm not. I'm saying I said Steph is underrated off the court.
I'm making this easier. Zay just clarified his super chat. He said, I asked on court so y'all didn't add off court things. It's my bad.
All right, now get out your bag. It's AI, or it's it's Steph.
Somebody got that Shaq Ron score. I need another one.
Moving on, Dorian Clayton donated through the super chat. If both finals teams acquire the best player from each team they beat to get to the finals, who's winning? Also, love the pod. You guys are great. Yo, shout out to Dorian Clayton. He's in like every live show, or if he's not in the live show, I know he's watching. I see him in the comments all the time. So shout out to you, Dorian. So Luka Doncic to the Warriors.
Kick to Steph is crazy.
Bro, who did the Celtics beat to get to the finals? Why am I tripping?
I'm taking
now?
The Celtics would get Kevin Durant.
They beat Miami.
Celtics would get
and Jimmy
each
Butler.
team. Oh, each team.
Giannis.
Oh, wow.
They would get Kevin Durant,
Giannis,
Jimmy
KD.
Butler, Giannis.
And I want Bam.
Giannis and KD together.
Oh, you want Bam over
It's
Butler?
a little weird. It's a little wonky.
Yeah.
I feel like
I don't think that's an all-star game. It wouldn't even. It would just be so foreign to your eyes because you'd be like, "How are they scoring the ball so easy?" It wouldn't have to work. Giannis would give me ball. I'm about to dunk it. KD, I'm just pulling up from anywhere. It's gonna get really sad out there. It really is. Then you got JT, Jaylen Brown. They don't really need to do too much. In my opinion,
wouldn't even start on that team.
But think about the Warriors spacing.
I got the Warriors.
So who you gonna replace? Give me the 5.
Jokic is gonna be out there.
Because according to all of you guys, none of the Warriors secondary is playing well right now. So Steph's just doing it all by himself. So who is it gonna be?
Jokic's gonna be out there. Then we gonna throw D-Book out there. So you got Steph, D-Book, Jokic.
The Warriors.
Luka.
The Warriors didn't.
Luka.
Wait, would the Warriors get D-Book in that scenario?
No. Warriors only get the teams that they beat.
Yeah, they wouldn't get
so
D-Book.
who did they?
So they would get.
So they would get Ja Morant.
Yes.
Luka, Ja, and then
Steph.
Jokic.
Luka, Ja, Jokic.
Damn.
That's not enough.
Anyways.
That's not enough.
Getting Ja kind of doesn't help that much, sadly.
Why not?
Yeah, he comes off the bench. John Morant comes off the bench. That's fine.
Because he doesn't add to the team oriented thing they have going on with the spacing. Right? If they had someone that was more able to
wait, who did you just say?
Shots, it would help.
Who?
Ja.
Oh, I thought you said Luka. But anyway.
Oh no, Luka,
Ja coming off the bench is
Luka would help a lot.
I was
Are
like,
you gonna whip the cape out of that top drawer?
I was about to. I was already tying it. Actually, it was
attach it to your hat.
That was crazy. All right, moving on.
Which is a player's choice hat.
Thank you for the super chat. Brett Purser. Shaq and Euro are the only ones that understand the idea of better player where everyone else is caught up on the greatest player. SMH. Hey, Brett, SMH at you. Zay in the clutch donating through the super chat. I asked. Oh, yeah, he already said that one. That was a clarifying one. SMH.
+1, Brett.
All right, let's couple quick topics, and then we'll get into NBA Finals. Draymond Green on being benched in the fourth. If that's what the coach thinks, this is in quotes, if that's what the coach thinks, then I just got to roll with it. This is from Game 4 post-game interview. Thoughts? Quick thoughts.
There's nothing to huff and puff about, Shaq.
Are we just going to get into the...
Are
we going to get into the whole series?
Yeah, we're going to get into the whole series, so if you don't want to comment on this now, then...
Yeah, that like.
Oh, okay. See, I thought you was like what? Like you need to shut up or something like that. That's exactly what he, first of all, needs to think and needs to say. Like, you know.
Yeah. So you have
on his podcast, he said he went a little bit more in depth, and he basically was just saying that like he should have got benched, and he should have. And I'm glad that he's on board with the team winning.
You play bad.
You sound like a Warriors guy.
He's just confused. He's just confusing to me. But all right, well, let's move along.
Why?
Because it's just like, Dre, I want to smack the person that told Dre to stop shooting threes. And if it's him, well, then so be it. I don't understand like, Dre, you were such an unstoppable player. You were Ben Simmons with a 3. Literally. But I digress.
There it is. It's about damn time. Actually, shout out to everybody who someone asked about becoming a member in the chat. And now a bunch of people are becoming casuals. DJ, Nick Pittman, Coach Clark. Shout out to everybody who's become a casual today. It's about damn time. Donated through the super chat. You guys think it's harder being the juggernaut team year after year or trying to beat the juggernaut team year after year?
It's for sure harder trying to beat them. It's not even close.
There's a reason they're a juggernaut.
You just have the confidence. You got the swag.
I don't know.
You've been there. You got the cachet. When we bring guests on and they gotta sit amongst these kings and feel inferior. It's hard.
You guys don't let him throw that little cheap low blow like that.
I don't think Supercurtt or West fall into that category.
I like that you did that, but no. And here's the thing, I'd rather be with my back against the wall. Like I'd rather be the underdog. I mean, I think it's
we
easier.
Didn't say
I think
you would rather be. It's which one is harder.
What I'm saying is like it's harder to be number one and remain
stay
number
on top
one.
of the mountain.
This is why we give LeBron all this credit.
Do you know how hard it is to beat a healthy Warriors team? It's damn
near
impossible.
Hard it is for LeBron to have stayed at the top of the league for however many years?
He was also a juggernaut, and people were coming at him.
A jurgen?
It's very hard to dethrone LeBron even now in his last year as the juggernaut. It's very hard to do it. Steph can't even do it. He's still trying.
I'm sticking. I think it's harder to be a juggernaut. Because here's the thing: it's not only that you have to be a juggernaut, like to stay a juggernaut. You also have to knock off the current juggernaut. So you have two battles that you're fighting. If you're on top, if you are at the bottom and you're trying to compete against the juggernaut, that's your only battle that you're fighting. Once you beat the motherfuckers, you got to stay on top.
But it's harder to beat them.
If you're close,
why do you think Clay and all those guys?
What were you saying?
Clay and Draymond, they don't seem worried at all. And it scares me. I'm like, why are you guys talking with this swagger?
15.
Yo, chat's killing me.
It's because we've been here. We don't think we're going to lose. We just don't.
That doesn't mean that they're not going to lose, though. Just because
they
know how to handle adversity doesn't mean that adversity is not going to see somebody
beat a healthy. We've yet to see somebody beat a fully healthy Warriors team.
Yeah, but we've seen father time and injuries do it, and it's like as a juggernaut, you might not get beat by an opponent, but it's other things that factor into it. So if we also got to factor health into it, then
Ron just brought up Father Time. I want a point added to my scorecard. I want a point added to my scorecard right now.
You said who is going to be the healthy Warriors team? Health. Like they're going to get old.
Are the people that are trying to fight. So are the people that are trying to beat this juggernaut team. I guess Father Time just doesn't know who they are either.
Ask Kevin Durant which one he would rather do.
So
the chat is going crazy.
Bro, the chat is going absolutely bananas. Bro, the best one
I appreciate that.
Someone said the title of the video should be Shaq is digressing.
Yeah.
They're saying jerking.
I think KD would like to go back.
Instantly.
What is that iconic epic music going on back there? All right, let's get into the NBA Finals. I'm going to read off some statistics before we actually start talking about this, but a little bit of info for you all tapping in at home. Steph Curry is currently shooting 54.3% on tightly contested. You like my host mode?
Are we not going to talk about Anthony Davis?
No, we'll get into that after the finals. We have a bunch of news after this. Steph Curry currently shooting 54.3% on tightly contested field goals in 61.1%. I mean, we're already here at NBA Finals. This is a weird segue and then right back into the finals, but on tightly contested threes while attempting the most tightly contested shots of any player in the finals. That's shooting 54.3% and 61.1% on tightly contested threes. Nasty. Steph Curry is the 11th player in NBA history to score 30 points in at least 50 postseason games. Marks his 13th career 30-point game in the NBA Finals, matching Kobe Bryant for the 8th most in Finals history. He joined Jerry West and Magic Johnson as the only point guards to record a 40-point, 10-rebound Finals game. At age 34 years and 88 days, he's the second oldest player in the NBA Finals history to record a 40-10 game, behind only LeBron James in 2020. That's his age for that record, 35 years, 284 days. Curry and Kareem are the only players in history to have multiple 30-plus point games in the finals with 2 or less free throw attempts. Let's talk about Jayson Tatum now.
Hold on.
Wait.
He needs a ring and a finals MVP for all that shit to matter. To me,
I don't think he needs a final MVP. That's Andre Iguodala has one.
He doesn't need it for like his legacy, of course, but all that shit, you know what I mean? This is all like finals and playoff specific type of shit. So I'm just like,
what Steph is doing right now is no. We can't. Yeah. Come on, Euro. Like what Steph is doing right now. This is probably his greatest playoff series out of 26 of them, 25 of them. This is probably his greatest one.
And
with
people
the
will disregard it if you don't win. Facts.
Yeah, but I mean, it's 2-2. So I'm just saying right now, as it stands, we have to respect the fact that he's putting up crazy, insane numbers.
I respect it for sure. Like, you know me, like I'm never a player hater. Like I'm never going to hate on the player, whatever they're doing. I'm just saying, like, you know, like I don't care what is happening right now. It doesn't matter how well you play. It doesn't matter how trash you play. I'm not the same way I'm not giving Steph Curry credit for whatever he's doing right now is the same way I'm not getting on Draymond's head about him playing like ass right now, because it don't matter. If they win, it don't fucking matter. They got the ring.
No. But of course, but we can appreciate it because when we're talking about putting players up into that upper echelon range, we kind of got to nitpick. That's why I say, like, if you want to include finals MVPs, that's cool, but this for sure is a finals MVP.
And the ultimate nitpick when it comes to that upper echelon is, did he get it done doing all of this shit or not? And so he's gotten it done.
He's gotten it done 3 times. So in my eyes, it's like, this is just cherry on top at this point. In my opinion, I just feel like
I'm cool with that. I'm not arguing that.
34 a night is crazy on 66% true shooting.
That is wild. That is wild. He up there.
If the Warriors win this series, it's super important for Steph, just because this is easily this is probably the worst team I think he's gotten to the finals. I'm trying to think back. And so if he's able to do it with his team,
I don't think that's no. That's completely false.
This is the
same tier. This is the same tier as all the rest of them without KD.
Facts.
Clay's not playing as good. The core is not playing as good. And we
what you were lacking
and inherently being bad are 2 different things. And I think that A lot of people try to make it seem like he has no hope. You gotta be careful with that because they're just not playing too well right now.
I will never make the Steph Curry has no help argument. That's crazy.
Oh, of course, but this team wouldn't be able to get away with this going up against like a team or a player like LeBron James because LeBron would never have a night like how Jayson Tatum's been having.
I 100% agree.
To be considered the number one guy. That's why this is just like, and they're playing not up to their highest level, but Steph is able to carry him because Jayson Tatum's in his bag right now. And I don't think the Celtics defense is doing anything. But I mean, we're here. So we're here at this point right now. What the Celtics defense is doing, playing drop against the greatest shooter of all time, is probably some of the nastiest schemes. And it would make more sense if you had a younger, I mean, you have Williams, you have Horford, but they're dropping inside the three up against Steph Curry. I don't know how you can guard that. Those are wide open shots for him. He knows you can't touch him. And he can alter a shot. He knows you can't touch him. Nobody can touch Steph Curry or it's automatic 3 points. So you sagging back on pick and rolls, and then he dribbles out and ISOs you. I've never seen somebody move slower than Robert Williams on the perimeter, and that's not his fault. He shouldn't be in that situation. And he's trying to contest some of them, but it's just Steph is so quick. I don't even, in my mind, I feel like this is Steph's best dribbling year ever. I don't know why. Everything just looks like on a string. He looks quicker. He looks strong. He just looks like a better player.
I don't know, Shaq. That unanimous MVP Steph was ridiculous. But hold on, I'm not going to go there to take away from this year. Continue to go on because he's going ballistic.
That's fair. But what we're seeing Steph do, I promise you, everything that he shoots, it just feels like it's going in from anywhere on the court. And it's crazy. And then you have Draymond.
I think Steph's just getting warmed up. I don't think he slows down these next 3 games. I think he continues on this same path.
But do the Celtics change anything? Or are they just going to keep dropping over and over and over again?
No, they're for sure going to start. I don't know. Because Steph drags it out, and that's why he got that turnover on Draymond, because they double teamed him when it was like 8 minutes left in the game. And Draymond just pulled up at half court, and then Steph got that turnover, and he's like, yo, what's going on? Because he's dragging out both defenders, and Draymond's just in Draymond land right now. And then Jaylen Brown gets the steal for the scoop layup. And that's when I thought the game was over. And I also wanted to talk about the play. I don't know if you guys seen it circling around, where Draymond had the putback, and instead of putting it out, he kicked it out to Bielitsa.
Yeah, he kicked it out to the center.
I watched that play maybe 50 times. I don't think Dre was going to be able to put that back in how easily you guys think he was going to. Just in my opinion, I don't know. I feel like kicking it out to a 40%, 38% career shooter for a wide open three. It's a smarter decision in that point in the game. But that's just me. Everybody's killing Draymond. That's not the two that I wanted from Draymond.
They're trying to compare it to Ben Simmons or something.
The wide open three. Yeah, I mean, they're going crazy over that play.
I don't think I saw it. But I want to ask, because they talked about it on Fluent Show last episode about, and this is Fluent got into this bag, about if they stopped, this was after game 3, so game 4 I don't think even happened yet, but he said if they stopped the series after game 3, they're obviously down 2-1, he said they should give the finals MVP to Steph. He's been the best player on the floor, yada yada yada.
It's no way. It's no way. Supercurtt, you got it.
I don't agree with that, because at the end of the day, we've seen LeBron in 2018, or not even LeBron 2018, if you want to go that farther back in history. There have been some people that have literally been clearly the best player on the court, especially 2015. And instead of giving them the finals MVP and being like, you know what, their team, they didn't really have the team. It was just them by themselves versus this juggernaut. They were bound to lose. They lost. It is what it is. We didn't give them the finals MVP. And I think Steph is playing really well right now, but I think I've seen better series in the past from other people who have done more, and they
I don't know about that though, Supercurtt, because the efficiency when you bring that in, it's like every shot he shoots is a dagger. And it just feels like that. And that's why I'm like, we can't really discredit what Steph is doing. Like Euro said, he does have to win this series. But if they lose, like Euro said, it's valid, but in the court of, nitpicking, it's not valid.
Yo, but in defense of my good friend Sports Fluent, he's not saying that Steph's gonna get it.
Right.
He's saying he should be considered for it.
Right.
And look, when you go out there and you play the best, you're the best player on the floor, clearly, you should get consideration for Finals MVP. I'm not saying I'm not saying it's gonna happen. If they didn't give it to LeBron, it's not gonna happen. But Steph is clearly by far the number one player on the floor in this championship. And it's not close.
Yeah.
Of course. But LeBron has been the best player also. Minis of finals. What did he lose? 6 of them? You guys rant and rave about it all the time. How many times was he not the best player on the court with the exception of Dallas? I'm talking about just absolutely not the best player. Because there's been times where he has been unbelievably the best player. Case in point, Finals MVP, Andre Iguodala. He averaged 14, Steph averaged 24, LeBron averaged 35.
Makes no sense. It makes no sense.
I'm sorry,
Finals MVP for
I held LeBron to 35
points.
Let's go.
So, but I mean, it is LeBron, because if it wasn't for Iggy, that man might have averaged 43.
Yo, but also you had to, if you were watching the series, it wasn't just that, like, people would look at the thing and be like, oh, Iggy only scored 14. It was his impact. And it wasn't that he wasn't locking LeBron. It was what he was doing all around the board.
You gotta go back and watch that series. I'm telling you, it was not how you think it was.
I'm not defending nothing. Whatever you think that I just said or whatever. What's your point?
I'm defending it.
That he would have. But
if LeBron averaged 35, then how much was he really defending him? Like,
that's
not to say that, like,
but that's my point. There was nothing. There was nothing that he could have done against that. But what I'm saying is, like, Doug, he is still some form of resistance. The whole team is but
that's like saying, okay, who's guarding Steph right now?
To think.
Who's guarding Steph right now?
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. But you don't think that if they just lay down or whatever, that Steph wouldn't up his average? If they just said, you know what, we don't have a defensive scheme to try to contain Steph Curry, that he would average more points.
But that was the scheme. Send everybody to LeBron. Send everybody LeBron's way. When he picks up the ball, everybody runs to LeBron.
And that's what I'm saying. And so if they didn't have that, if it wasn't for Iggy, he may have averaged fucking 50. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand what's so hard to understand about that.
I don't think he would have averaged 50. I just feel like it was a defensive scheme. I'm not giving Iguodala any credit.
I didn't give Iggy any credit.
Yeah, I feel like he shouldn't have any to start with. Like, that 35 was what LeBron was going to average, 35, no matter who was out there.
I don't think so. I think that number can be that could be up for sure. And that's not.
I don't want to see LeBron averaging 40.
I get your point, but
that's not giving credit to anybody who quote unquote held somebody else to 35 points. That's not even. No, I'm not. I'm not even doing that. I'm not even on that side of the spectrum.
I guarantee if they lose this series, Steph wins Finals MVP.
You guarantee if
they lose?
What?
Yeah, if the Warriors lose, I guarantee that Steph wins Finals MVP.
I thought you just said
gonna have
that
to go for a couple more 40 pieces. He might have to touch 50.
I don't care if he goes
for 40 and 50
and
they lose
points.
in 6, then I would see
if Steph wins Finals MVP, and I watch LeBron lead that team, both teams in every single stat, and they give Steph an MVP if they lose, I'm just not. I can't respect the MVP of the Finals MVP.
LeBron got a lot of votes against Iggy. It was closer than we think.
I think LeBron got more votes than Steph, to be honest. I think he did.
I don't think Steph got one.
And I love LeBron, but I even think that's wild. I don't think that you can get a Finals MVP and lose. I can't.
I just see it. I'm telling you. It's a weird year. Jokic got it. It's a weird year, man. These stats run the NBA right now. And Steph is shooting, the efficiency that he's shooting, and how poorly Jayson Tatum, who they want to give Finals MVP, but they're not going to be able to, is what's nasty. Because if Jayson Tatum has 2 more games like this, him and Jaylen Brown have the same amount of points right now. Jayson Tatum is shooting 45%. 35% or something like
34
that.
34 from the field in the finals.
Is ridiculous.
From three. What are they shooting? I think it's 45 to 35, I think.
I don't know the percentages, but just watching Jaylen Brown is playing much better than
Jayson Tatum shooting 34% from the field.
In the playoffs,
so what are they both shooting from three
in the finals? I don't know that stat.
So Jaylen Brown shooting 11 for 31, I think, and Jayson Tatum shooting 14 for 31. But it looks weird from three. It looks weird, but it's not that far off. They have the same amount of points. They have the same amount of rebounds. Jayson Tatum has more assists, yes, but are we going to look at this and say if they win this series that Jayson Tatum is the reason that they won it? Unless he goes for 50-50. But this is you guys' guy. This is you guys' guy, Jayson Tatum. And then when I get up here and I have to walk stuff back episode after episode, like, damn, Jayson, you show me a lot. And then we get to the finals and I see all the theatrics, which I love. I love the support for Kobe Bryant. That's what he should be doing. But then I see Jaylen Brown and I'm like, to me, he's just that guy. No fear, nothing. Killer instinct. To me, that's what I see. That's just me. I'm just talking about for up-and-coming players. I feel like his ceiling is higher. I feel like he's a better player. I feel like he should be the leader of the team. But I feel like Jayson Tatum, we gave it to him, pause, so he's already been deemed the leader of this team. What is okay, you and Jaylen Brown should not have the same amount of points through 4 games against the Warriors, and it's tied 2-2 if you are the unanimous leader. If any other player did that, we would be like, what's good? If Steph and Klay were tied for points right now, we would be saying Steph is having a down series.
Yeah.
Who 1 and 2? 1 and 2? Giannis and Chris? We didn't see it because I'm looking. Now I'm about to get in my bag. Let me look at all your peers, Jayson Tatum, that you're better than in the finals. Devin Booker last year. For sure he has better splits than you. Jimmy Butler for sure had better splits than you. Chris Middleton for sure had better splits than you. Chris Brown. Chris Paul for sure had better. Chris Paul for sure had better splits than you.
Chris Brown could do the splits better than you.
I'm thinking for sure.
JD, what?
This episode's everybody been dropping a lot of bars, man. That's just funny, JD.
Hey,
I'm telling you. Every guard from the last 5-6 years, all the guards are playing better than Jayson Tatum. But through the first 2 or 3 games, you would have never known. I promise you, I thought Jayson Tatum was having the finals of his life from what I was seeing on TV. And then these last 2 games come, and it's all of a sudden like, oh my God. I don't know.
Another stat for Jayson Tatum, really quick. He's currently at 91 turnovers in the whole playoff run. 4 turnovers away from surpassing LeBron James in 2018 for the most turnovers in a single NBA playoff run.
Up in assists, up in turnovers. What's the difference? I'd rather you just shoot it. But again, I digress. I'm sorry. Maybe not. I'm not trying to be nasty towards JT.
Bad shots. He's taking a decent amount of bad shots.
That's Jayson Tatum's game, though. He shoots bad shots.
Literally last week.
He's a bad shot maker. But when he's making them, and that's the thing about dudes that shoot bad shots. When you make them, it's like, oh my God, he's so good. He's this, and this. But when he misses them, then it's like, dude, what are you out here doing? Now it looks like you're forcing it.
But where has this narrative been when I've been telling you guys this for a year straight? And then I got to come up here. The whole gang was up here last week. The TikTok guys, OG and Chill. And OG was with me with the Jaylen Brown. But then Chill saying Jayson Tatum this, Jayson Tatum that. I'm like, yo, bro, he is throwing the ball at the backboard every time.
Sometimes that bank shot looks good, though. Sometimes that bank shot looks good.
And then he's coming, he's dribbling, and then he's kicking out because it's the finals, it's the biggest stage. You would look nuts if you just threw it at the bottom of the backboard like you usually do. But I'm going to get off of this Jayson Tatum slander right now because he has improved and they are in the finals, and I do feel like they're the best team in the league.
Yo, I'm not slandering JT not one bit. I just want to say, let's go back before the season when I was debating with everybody. I said Jaylen Brown is top 5. I'm going to go repost that story repost that clip on my Instagram. I said Jaylen Brown's a top 5 shooting guard in the league. Some people were calling me crazy. Some people were saying, Ron, you're just on here talking. I said it. And now you see what he's doing on the biggest stage in basketball. Rest my case.
I've always been a assumption that Jayson Tatum is overrated. And that's all that I will say on the subject.
Since we were talking about Finals MVP, I want to give you guys the NBA.com Finals MVP ladder as it currently stands. Steph Curry at number 1, Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum, Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins. Do you guys agree with this ranking so far?
I'm not gonna
I'm just
like
looking
this
at
at
the top
all
two.
if the Warriors don't win and they just give it to Curry. If it's somehow anyone else after how weird everyone else is playing, I just won't like it. It's Steph far and away one. He should be far and away one on this ladder.
Right. And JB for the Celtics if they win it.
Hey, keep in mind though, we still do got 3 more games. Yeah,
That's a fact.
Jason played
Maybe
a terrible
2.
game 1.
Maybe 2.
I mean, could possibly. No, it could be 2, but possibly 3 games. In the way this series has been going, I'm not going to rule out it being 3 games. But I'm saying JT got a chance to really go 30, 40, 30, and all of a sudden the narrative switches. So I
want to shout out Andrew Wiggins, 17 points, 16 rebounds.
I was just about to get there because we talk a lot about in this series that I guess kind of the big 4, Curry, Thompson, Jaylen Brown, and Jayson Tatum. But Andrew Wiggins in this series, I think everyone can agree that that's going to be the Golden State's biggest X factor. We kind of see what Jordan Poole's doing or not doing. Too.
Yeah, he's been playing better defensively.
And like ISOs.
I think if he shot created for himself a little bit more, I feel like he would be these games would be more lopsided towards the Warriors. He has the scoring ability.
I mean, he has to kind of get into an ISO bag. I feel like that might slow him down. But then again, I see Poole doing it. I see Clay doing it. But if everybody does it, then I feel like that's where the problem would be. Maybe.
But he should be the one taking some of these shots Clay takes, because Clay, he's good. He's best when he's coming off the screens. But when Andrew Wiggins is literally, not Andrew Wiggins, when Clay is literally just ISOing people, I don't really like that. I don't really like that at all.
You get nervous?
Yeah, not nervous in a good way because I'm rooting for the Warriors.
Yeah, exactly. You get like nervous, like this is about to end badly.
Yeah. Yes.
All right,
I'm a Clay guy.
Game.
I'm a Clay guy too, but we both know that Clay's not good. He's not great with the basketball in his hands. I mean, Clay's best performances are all 11 dribbles. And that's the thing that we talk about. That's the thing that you see on ESPN. 37 points on 6 dribbles. And I don't like the way that people cover Clay, but when you're talking about who needs to handle the ball, it's always going to be Curry. And then if we're talking about just handling the ball, Poole should probably have the ball in his hands too.
And this is why Draymond is so important.
And Draymond's got to handle the ball too.
When Curry's in the game, it's really great when he's able to get shots where he doesn't have to create his own shot all the time. And when he's not in the game, it's the Warriors offense is like, if you ever watch them, pay attention to when Curry doesn't have the ball and watch what everyone else tries to do when Gary Payton's on the wing and he gets the ball and he's just like, who wants it? And they just pass it to somebody else. Like, I really feel like that Draymond's playmaking is extremely important, and he has to be able to put himself in a position where he can stay on the court by being
just can't cut it on like that.
More.
Like, you can't just have a whole season of not doing something and then just try to flip the switch. Like, and then the saddest part is that Steve Kerr has to take you out for offense and then sub you in for defense.
I saw that too.
Like Dre, because now we're getting into Ben Simmons territory. And I'm just happy that he's receiving the same slander that Ben Simmons got.
Ben Simmons is worse.
I'm happy, but then we're championing him. I don't think so. I don't think so at all, because all Draymond Draymond is the reason that a known championship team is not sweeping the Celtics team. Because all you have to do is just float off of them and help on to everybody else. And we're giving you the 3 at the top of the key versus Ben Simmons and Joel. It was a long shot for you guys to even make it to the finals. You guys aren't a championship caliber team until you get at least to the finals. But Draymond, I don't get it. It's such a detriment. And then it just looks nastier because you're hopping on the pod afterwards, which I'm not mad at. But you taking ownership doesn't change the situation between you and Ben just because Ben didn't say something and you are. I'm not throwing you that bail at all. I'm not, because you guys said it for Ben. You guys said everything that needed to be said. So Draymond, you coming on and publicly apologizing, I don't care. I really don't, because you guys drug, what is OG to be says Garbricio, whatever, about Ben Simmons. Garbage. But Draymond somehow getting some bail because of what this isn't father time. This is just, I'm not shooting in the offseason. I have things that are better than winning a championship. And then he said we're jealous of the numbers that his podcast is doing, which are very impressive. But he said he's going to be on there whether they win or lose. Finals MVP, he doesn't care. So then, all right, bet.
The fundamental difference between Ben Simmons and Draymond when it comes to the slander that they're getting versus not getting is also Warriors winning the game, still being in the finals, and Sixers not winning and getting eliminated.
Yeah, but that's two totally different situations, because I guaranteed if Ben Simmons was on the Warriors, it would not look too much different. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. They both play defense extremely well. Draymond got Defensive Player of the Year because he's on a better team. If Ben Simmons would have been there, the narrative would have been pushed. He also could have been winning Defensive Players of the Year.
Check, since you brought up
Ben
these are
Simmons
facts.
has never looked. Ben Simmons, even on offense, even when he looks like he doesn't want to shoot the ball, I don't think he's ever looked as deer in headlights as Draymond looks right now. Like, even during that series versus the Hawks, he was still someone that was doing his normal ability to be able to play make and create for others. It just looked really weird because we knew no one was really guarding him. And then he wasn't shooting in itself, and the Sixers were losing games. And also the Hack-a-Ben thing was really bigger than what Draymond's got going on right now, if you really think about it.
Since you brought it up, I want to ask, because you see it on social media and him catching flack for doing his podcast because they're in the middle of the finals, which I don't care. Like, I don't think that that's a problem at all, but I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts on Draymond doing his podcast, whether or not he's in the middle of season, in the middle of finals, whatever.
I think Richard Jefferson said it the best. He had made a video, and it's like, these NBA players have 4 hours allotted for media time a day. So that extra 45 minutes, an hour that Draymond's doing on a podcast isn't really hurting him. And it's not like it's something that's foreign to him. He's been doing the podcast. Now, are some of the things he says on the podcast questionable? Yes, but we can argue the content later. The fact that he's making it is irrelevant. A lot of NBA players, they stream, they make music, they have all of these other side gigs, these side hustles, some big, some small. And so why are we attacking Draymond on that point? That we can't.
But you know what makes this even worse is that most of the people that are criticizing him aren't even listening to the podcast.
Absolutely.
And I haven't listened to a lot of the episodes, but I listened to like the last 3 or 4, and he's talking about the playoffs. So it's like after game 1, he made a podcast episode. He talked about what happened, what he saw on film, what they did, what they're going to do differently or do better, and how he has to play better to help Steph Curry. He was talking about that in the podcast. So like, they're making it seem like he's going on there and talking about like music or like something completely out of the realm of basketball. He's still locked in on basketball, even with the podcast. And
I
so
think the difference is
it's no different.
Even if he wasn't talking about basketball, who cares? But go ahead.
I think the difference is that the Celtics, they feel like he's being too informative about breakdowns and schemes. But guess what? It's the NBA. You still have to go out there and do it. That's why the schemes can matter. You can try all you want to guard Steph. He knows he has Steph Curry. And as Steph goes, the team will go. But could this have been a sweep if Draymond would have showed up, the 2 losses? Possibly. But also if Klay would have showed up. But I think Klay and Dre are in a different vein. Now, the podcast, I don't think anybody cares about that. And I feel like that was childish to even bring that up. Because I feel like he gives the same analysis in postgame, and I feel like a lot of players give in-depth analysis in postgame about what they need to do better, and it's literally the same exact content. That's what I thought was weird. I've heard LeBron give it up in postgame.
LeBron will tell you a play specifically and how they could have changed it every single time. And we're acting like these players and coaches and whole organizations don't have access to every play that the Warriors have ever ran.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
What are we talking about? The scheme doesn't matter because we can all see it. You can see it. I can see it. The coaches can see it. If a fan wants to go back and watch it, they can too. Like,
and also, if the coaches are going to Draymond's podcast for information, then they may need to find a new field.
Those are the bozos.
Yeah. But I said this too. And when Richard Jefferson talked about this, he basically said that a big misconception when it comes to NBA players is how much free time they have. So like him spending 35 minutes to record a podcast that he's probably not editing himself. He's just going on there talking about the NBA Finals for 30 minutes and then just, going on about his day. That really doesn't it holds no relevance to anyone. Also, no one would have a problem with this if he just talked about the NBA Finals for 35 minutes on TNT with Shaq and them after the game. If he just did it there, no one would have a problem. But because he's making it a podcast, now it's a problem.
Also, part of it is it's who Draymond is. He's outspoken, he's aggressive. He's always seeming like he's doing the most. So it's like people are always going to take what people like that do and make it bigger than what it is. But I think we're too concerned about what these NBA players do in their off time.
Yep.
I think people need to be more concerned about what they're doing in their off time, because it's like, I don't care if on the side Draymond plays darts. It does. Why does it matter?
Right.
And I don't think it too much affects how he plays on the court. Draymond's trying to play as good as he possibly can play. So what do you want the man to do? Meditate for the other 20 hours in the day?
Right.
You want him to be in the gym just shooting for 18 straight hours? That's not possible.
It's quite literally what they expect, which is ridiculous. But Zane the Clutch donated through the super chat and gave us a score update: 9-4 Shaq versus Ron, 6-2 versus the others. That's
false. And Zay, you're a bad scorekeeper. Because Zay talking about I'm getting docked points because I'm being nasty. But Shaq's getting points for being nasty? Something's not adding up. You need to go back to algebra, calculus, whatever.
The chat just got your son tight, Ron. Your son agrees with you. Anthony Davis.
That's minus a point.
Anthony Davis said that he hasn't touched a basketball since April 5th.
Kind of crazy.
Yo, AD is nasty. AD, I got nothing for you. That is the wildest thing I ever heard in my. Nope. Nope.
That's crazy.
Honestly, you ain't got to tell us that.
I feel like you have to. I love basketball, and I just play pickup. So, for you to not even want to go just get some runs in.
I mean, he was injured.
Get some drill work. I mean, that's the other thing. He hasn't been playing. So would he not want to start focusing on getting back right?
Yeah, Victor Oladipo was in the wheelchair, shooting like this on the hoop.
Yeah.
Paul George was on one foot, balancing, shooting like that.
To be completely honest, I wouldn't have that much of a problem with it if he actually didn't just have one of his worst seasons in the past couple years. If he wasn't someone that was on and off healthy. He's a player that a lot of people are, I'm not saying this, but a lot of people are moving him out of the top 10 because they're saying, oh, he hasn't been healthy. 2020 AD is ancient. They're not giving him respect. So I'm like, okay, AD, you should probably be focused on getting back healthy. Summer vacation is summer vacation. You should still enjoy yourself during the summer. But to say you haven't even touched a basketball is a little crazy. Hopefully he's doing something and not just sitting around, because that's not the way you get back to yourself that you were in 2020.
In some sad news, Delonte West was spotted on Virginia Highway 2 days ago. I don't know if you guys have seen the clip. Someone was filming. He walked up to the car. But just thoughts go out to Delonte, man. It's just sad seeing that. Been happening for the last few years for a while. We don't have to discuss it too far, but if you guys don't have thoughts, we'll move on.
We can move on.
Unfortunate.
Woj says the Pelicans feel comfortable offering Zion the max extension because of his recovery from the foot injury and the shape he's gotten himself into. Expect Zion and Ja Morant to get their rookie max extensions right out of the gate this summer.
I don't like it.
I don't have a problem. I feel like a lot of people are super against Zion getting paid because of the shape he was in during the time he wasn't playing. But I kind of feel like that if anyone deserves blame for this, Zion potentially not working out, it would be the Pelicans, because you're talking about a potential generational talent that you're just going to let slip through your fingers because you didn't pay attention to his health. I feel like
I don't think his health is that. I feel like everything is being blown out of proportion. He's
exactly.
injured.
I also feel like that too. Yeah,
he doesn't have the metabolism that others have. When he's on the court, it looks totally different. You have to give him the max, the rookie extension. What else are you gonna do?
Oh no,
They
don't have a choice.
What are you gonna do?
They don't have a choice.
But
You're
no, it's not about
absolutely right.
having a choice. It's about lining him up against the rest of the players in the league, rookie or not. He needs a max. It doesn't matter what's been going on. 27, 7 and 4. It doesn't 62% from the two. You don't find that every day. In his bet, you're telling me he averaged damn near 30.
Yes.
27 in the only person that averaged more rebounds was guess who? Giannis, Luka, and Joel. Jokic was at 26 and 11, but I'm just saying you're not finding anybody else like that. You're just not.
I think the only problem that I really have with it is that I don't think they have to necessarily rush it. I don't know if it has to be the very first thing they check off their box, just because we all know Zion's going to come back and 99% be phenomenal, but I think right now there still has to be something said about his health. I mean, it's not necessarily his fault, but he's gigantic. Like, all that pressure,
what
he blew
happens
out of shoes.
What do you know how big Zion is naturally?
Yeah.
I don't understand. He's okay. Well, on the court, he's unstoppable. So let's when he's not injured, he's unstoppable. So let's talk about that. Everybody else getting the maxes. Luka's getting the roster, the rookie max. Trae Young, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Like, hold on. In the rookie maxes, I think you can extend within the first 4 years. So you have to extend for 5 more years technically. And you get the rookie max, which is like 220 or something like that. And then it comes with like 15% trade kickers, where if you get traded, you get 15% of your salary on top of what they owe you. And you can waive that if you decide to demand for a trade. But that's basically the rookie max extension. And some guys come with kickers. Like I think Trae Young had to make first team All-NBA. Shai Gilgeous had to make All-NBA, and then that increases your value. So you may not get the full 207. They may only give you like 172. But if you make those teams, you get the 207. But with a guy like Zion, just like as with Luka, you're getting everything. And you deserve it.
With Zion's ceiling is easily a top 10 player. And them getting someone like that on their team, generational talent, they're gonna have to just lock in and actually sign him. Like, it's not even, they should want to sign him, because I think
can take that team.
I think a lot of the memes of him being overweight are a little overblown. Like, even the Harden ones, it's like, come on now, like there's no way you think he's actually put on that much weight and lost it all in like a week or something like that. Like, be realistic. Come on.
We seen what the Pelicans did without Zion. They pushed the Suns to the limit. We were looking at their young pieces like, whoa, this could get scary. Now you plug and play 27, 7 and 4 in there. And let's keep in mind the 27, 7 and 4, that's not
very
even
efficient. 27, 7 and 4.
Very efficient, but that's Zion in his sophomore year. That's a 21-year-old Zion. So let's think 2-3 years down the line. And also I'm gonna say, like, I know Zion has health concerns, but name me out of these up and coming players a great player that doesn't. Trae Young has health concerns. He gets injured a lot.
Ja Morant.
Luka has health concerns. He gets injured a lot. Ja Morant is a freak of nature. Pause. He's always on the ground. He's always, getting hit. He got health concerns. So I'm like, if they're gonna get the max, we gotta give Zion the max. And it's like, bro,
it's a no-brainer.
He was only taking 17 shots a game and was averaging 27.
Like, come
The
on.
only reason he didn't get more offensive rebounds is because he only misses 4 around the rim a game.
And Dale's saying he missed two full seasons. Yes, that's a cause for concern. But check this out.
And Joel Embiid's his favorite player.
I was just about to say that. Joel Embiid missed damn near the first 3 seasons of his career, and now look at him. Also, too, it's a similar situation over in Denver. They had to take a chance on Michael Porter Jr. and they gave him the super duper max. So you don't think Zion's gonna get the super duper max? And with what he did on the court was 2 times better than what Michael Porter Jr. did. Come on,
Michael Porter signed that before his injury.
he was still he broke his back in college
with back problems. That's why he fell to 15. Michael Porter Jr. was
Did
consensus
he
top
sign
5
that before his injury?
Before the injury that put him out for the season, yes.
One that put him for the
before
season.
his recent one, but the one in college was the one that was crazy.
The one in college pushed him from top 5 to
he was number 1.
He was top 3, top
he was
2,
number
top
1.
Absolutely. People were in love with Michael Porter coming out.
Pause.
Right. Yeah, moving on.
And hold on, one more thing, JD. I think Zion comes back next year and plays better than everyone in his age group. Everyone.
Better than
Luka? Luka, Trey.
The numbers are
all of those impressive. Guys. I think
the numbers are going to be there.
Yeah, but the thing about Zion is he does everything. Everything.
Now you're putting on the cat in the hat size cap.
I've been putting that on for Zion though. Pause.
Everything.
Since we gotta pause everything. Since we gotta pause everything, chat.
I don't know if he does everything, and I don't know if he'll be better than Luka. But I mean,
I bet you he impacts winning. I bet you he impacts winning just as much as Luka, especially on that team. I bet you that.
I don't know, but I think the Pelicans
when you put up 20, 27, 7, and he's gonna average more rebounds in 5 on 62% shooting, bro. It's like you can't do too much more to impact winning than that. And on top of that, Zion's amazing on defense. He's in the passing lanes. He's smacking shots off the backboard. I think Zion comes back and is ridiculous next year.
All right, really quick. Woj reported Golden State assistant Kenny Atkinson's agreed to a 4-year deal to become the new coach of the Charlotte Hornets. And Let's Talk Basketball sent an interesting super chat. Curious to hear you guys' thoughts. Said, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but the point guard is the most overvalued position in the league. Wings and bigs are more valuable and impactful to winning.
I don't know, because we got Steph,
Luka, Ja, Trey.
I'm just arguing against wings and bigs because Steph isn't a PG. I think he means playmakers.
No, he's saying the point guard position.
I mean, if we do point guard position, then what do they do? They're supposed to play make. Basketball's positionless, so we don't have to get into this right now. I'm pretty sure he's talking about playmakers because PG is just a title. So you need an elite playmaker to win, DJ. I don't know. That's. I think for every team it's different, but we've seen Steph dominate as a guard. We're watching it right now. He's not a wing. But I mean, I would say that point guards are probably the least important when it comes to wings and centers. The only point guards that dominate that are playmakers, they aren't going anywhere else. They get zapped pretty fast.
Basically, if your best player on your championship team is a point guard, then
you're getting zapped.
You're probably less likely to win a title than like if it were a forward or potentially a center.
I mean, you just not even potentially. You look at the past, however many Finals MVPs. It's been
so Dale said
KD has one.
Go on.
Giannis, just all these big forwards. Kawhi.
Dale, you said Shaq. You said he's not a point guard. So what is he? When I think of shooting guard or scoring guard, I think of Steph Curry. You guys can sit here and argue and think whatever you want, but that's just my definition of Steph Curry. I don't have to convince you that he's not a playmaker, but when I think of point guards, I think of playmakers. That's just me, though.
Who would you consider a point guard?
Like a playmaker?
I mean, just a point guard. I mean, you said you think playmaker when you think point guard. I really hate like definitions like that because it's like the game has evolved. Just like a center isn't like your traditional center. Anthony Davis can play the 4 and the 5. So you think it should just be categorized as kind of like on some 2K shit, like whatever your badge is, that's what you are. You're a shooter, or you're a playmaker, or you're a defender. You don't think it should even be called a position? It should just be called what you do.
No, I mean, you have positions just so people in the stats land can figure out, they can keep everything in check. It's just an easy way to say point. It's all media driven, but it's not, I don't think it's congruent with what the league is actually right now, because we're saying that Marcus Smart is a point guard. So it's like, is Marcus Smart a point guard or is he not a point guard? Is Jayson Tatum, is Jaylen Brown, he could easily be a wing, but we consider him a shooting guard. Why? How is Jaylen Brown a shooting guard, but Steph Curry's not? What's the difference?
For me, for a while, up until I would say like 4 or 5 years ago, the way that I had it separated in my head was we all acknowledge that basketball is positionless. So I kind of just had it broken down based on your size. And then like with the rare guys like Magic and then LeBron running the point forward, point guard type of thing. But then you look at today and it's like you can't even call a player any position because it's like Cade's out there 6'7" running point guard, the Melo's 6'7" running point guard,
Luka,
and these big Luka 6'7" running point guard. So it's so tough for me to even make lists.
I think
anymore.
they're playmaking. That's what they're playmaking. They're not running point guard. They're playmaking.
Yeah, absolutely.
Steph. People saying that Steph is a top playmaker.
He can't be.
What do you mean he can't be?
He can be, but he's not.
I'm not
but
saying
he's not a top playmaker.
I'm saying like he's not like I can't call him that right now. At least.
Yeah, like I don't understand. Wait,
Why not? Why not? Why is Steph Curry not a top elite playmaker?
If Steph wasn't in that Golden State Warriors system, I would think that he would play make a lot more. But the fact that he's in that system, we need to divorce that thought that he is just some elite playmaker, but because he's really a casual out there on the wait. When you're playing on a team with arguably the other best shooter of all time that you can't leave, and then you have other shooters in place cutting, you got Wiggins out there, it's really easy to do what Steph is doing when he's also the greatest shooter of all time. There's a reason he's the greatest shooter of all time.
That's why you're saying he's not an elite playmaker, because he's a great shooter. Just because he has the ability to shoot and he shoots at a high clip, so we're going to encourage
what makes Steph
him to
a
shoot
playmaker?
more. What do you mean?
What makes Steph? Why is he a top playmaker?
Because Steph has the ability to get into the lane at any moment in time in the game. When he gets into the game, he can make reads and find the open player at any moment in time. At any moment in time, Steph can get a layup for Kevin Looney. Steph can get an open three for Clay. Steph can get an open three for Wiggins.
Why don't they just sweep the Celtics then?
What do you mean? Why don't they just? Well, that has nothing to do with play. With Steph's playmaking.
No. I'm saying.
It has nothing to do with playmaking.
So how many assists has he averaged in this finals?
I haven't.
Since he's this.
I haven't. I'm not putting it into a small sample size of this finals. I'm talking about Steph as a whole. I've seen
over the year. Is he top 25 in assists this year? Amazing
plays.
I haven't looked. I don't know.
I would probably say yes, but assist doesn't make you. Playmaking doesn't absolutely have to do with assist.
No.
Playmaking doesn't absolutely have to do with assist.
Correlate. It's one of the things.
This is something that we talked about. This is something we talked about on the show. What about hockey assist? What about when you make a play that leads to another play?
Perfect. That's the Golden State Warriors. I wish they took that stat, but they don't. And if somebody has that stat, I would love to see it, because I'm pretty sure everybody on the Golden State roster has many hockey assists.
Hold on, Shaq. We have to define playmaking, because playmaking isn't just assists. It's not just passing. Playmaking is literally what it says. It is making plays, the ability to create your own shot, create shots for others.
If you're going to call Steph a point guard, then he has to have some type of, just like Trae Young, without a doubt, what you guys would say as a point guard, you think of Trae Young. You wouldn't say that he's not he's scoring and assisting at two very high levels. Now, if Steph was doing that, which he shouldn't do that shouldn't be Steph's role. That's why the Golden State Warriors are so great. And that's why the Hawks are where they're at right now, because you have a point guard out there scoring at a high level, and he always has the ball in his hand. You're not going to win a game like that. Wait, are you guys serious right now? Like, I haven't gotten to the are you serious bag right now. You're telling me that Steph is just like, so what was Steph this year in assists? Where did he finish?
You're making it. You're making it sound like just I don't want to call anybody a point guard title. You have to like average.
So Steph runs the offense.
The offense
goes through Steph.
Yeah,
1000%, because he's the scorer of the team. So why wouldn't it?
Here's the thing, Shaq, is just because
Cam Dudley, you're comparing LeBron James, who has been to I don't know how many finals. Don't compare him to anybody that's in the league right now currently, please. Thank you.
Shaq, just because Steph is an elite scorer doesn't mean he's not an elite playmaker. He just has the ability to score the ball.
So what's an elite
so
play? So who are the elite playmakers in the league?
Elite playmakers, obviously you got to go LeBron. I would say Chris Paul. I'm gonna put Trae Young in there. I'm gonna
Draymond,
put Luka
Jokic.
in there.
Jokic.
I don't know. Hey, but JD, I don't know if I put Draymond in there because when we talk about playmaking, you just said it's the ability to create a play for yourself or somebody else. So that means you got to be a scorer to be a playmaker as well.
Okay, then 1,000%. If that's your definition, then Steph is for sure one of the best playmakers that the league has ever seen.
Yeah.
So is a whole lot of
playmaker.
so,
it's
so
not
is
the
a whole lot
ability
of
to
other
get a
guys.
shot.
Okay.
It's not the ability to just pass. It's the ability to get a quality look on the court, no matter who it is shooting the ball.
If that's
A
okay, if
quality
that's your,
look.
I was saying in playmaking in correlation to positions, point guards. This is a traditional point guard in the league. Is not Steph. He's a hybrid. He's like nothing we've ever seen before.
You're right. I would say he's a traditional point guard.
Traditional point guard's out the window.
Can't you say
traditional point guard's not out the window? To you guys, it is.
It really
is. To you guys, it is.
It's still a couple.
The whole league has traditional point guards. It's just those superstars that just eclipse that. But if you look at regular normal teams, go name the one on every team, and we can say if they're a point guard or if they're a shooting guard, and if not, then why the hell are they out there?
Traditional point guards don't really get burned like that in today's league.
Okay, so name the ones in the league, and let's just talk about it. I want to go team for team, not the top guys. Every single point guard in the league. Let's see if he's traditional or
okay. Since because we're essentially now we're getting into bench players, right? Because this is where you're getting.
No. Starting point guards.
It's some
Orlando
starting
Magic.
point guards that are traditional. It's some starting point guards that are traditional.
Who?
We're gonna start with Chris Paul.
Yes, that's the only one I can think of.
No, it's not, because we can go to Lonzo Ball, and then we can go to
Lonzo
Ball is a
LaMelo.
traditional point guard.
Lonzo Ball is not a
No, what do you
traditional
mean?
point
Who
guard.
is Magic Johnson?
Point guard.
Magic Johnson
the
is a
height doesn't matter.
unicorn. That's
He's,
why
he's a point
Magic
guard.
Johnson.
He's a traditional point guard.
Everybody in the league is 6'7". So let's just stop that. The point guard can't be 6'7". How tall are they supposed to be?
No, but it's not about that. But that's what I'm saying. It just becomes more positionless in that
Let's
aspect.
just look at the one. Let's just pull up the rosters and put this to bed. LaMelo Ball, traditional point
Kyle
guard.
Lowry a traditional point guard?
I would say yeah.
1,000%.
I would say yeah.
I'm just looking at I'm looking at a list right now. Is Russell Westbrook a traditional point guard?
No, absolutely.
I can't believe
Mike
Chet's
Conley
agreeing with
traditional point
Lonzo.
guard?
Yes.
Mike Conley's a scoring
Rajon
point guard.
Rondo a traditional
Wait,
point guard?
what does Mike Conley average in assist? I would love to hear that number.
I got you. Mike Conley.
Mike Conley's absolutely a traditional point guard. Absolutely.
Over his career, Mike Conley averages this season he's 5.3 assists. His best season looks like he's never 6.5. And yeah,
that's about as traditional as it gets.
Yeah. 14 and 6.
He's just out there floor generaling.
14 and 6.
And then I'm gonna go with another guy. I'm gonna go with DeJounte Murray. He's close to a traditional point guard too. He's out there running the offense. He scores when he needs to. He plays defense. He leads his team.
Scores when he needs to. He's the leading scorer on their team.
You want to know the consistent
look at the team
with all of these players that I named?
It's not.
Chris Paul. We just said Chris Paul's a traditional point guard. He's always led his team in scoring. He's always led his team in scoring.
And he has 0 rings because of it.
I never said traditional point guards win. We just said who's a traditional point guard.
And that's why Steph has rings, because he's not out there point guard, and that's Draymond's job.
Chris Paul is even kind of hard to consider like traditional. He's more of like a hybrid between new breed point guard and scoring point guard.
I think Steph Curry's playmaking has always, like how much he playmakes has always been a little underrated. And his off-ball playmaking is like some people are massively overrated. I don't think it's underrated. Some people massively overrated. So I think it's getting a little underrated. The fact the infinite space, not infinite, but the maxed out spacing he creates for his team just by being on the floor.
Okay, so when you're looking at the Warriors offense and Draymond Green has the ball at the top of the key and everybody is literally zoning off of him, why is that such a problem now? Why is Draymond getting killed so much? Because he has the ball and he doesn't know what to do with it. That's what you said, like a deer in headlights.
Yep.
Everybody else is running off of down screens, pick, corner, everything else. We see it all the time. Now, Steph can come up he will get a bucket for himself. It's the reason he's shooting 20 shots but only have X amount of assists. He's literally out there to score the ball. If he doesn't score, they lose. He's averaging 35 points a game, and you guys are sitting here telling me he's a playmaker. Can he play make at an elite level? Of course, 100%. But I don't even want that to be his job. Go out there and shoot threes. You're the best shooter of all time. What else is there to be said about this?
Well, I think that a lot of people just like give Steph a hard time for his playmaking because they see him scoring so much, but he just has the ability more than anyone else on his team. Like, he's one of the best scorers we've seen. So him taking advantage of the ability is not the same thing as him not having the other one. And I get that you're saying he's an elite.
Is Steph shooting
still, but
is Steph shooting with 2 defenders around him? A lot. So that means somebody's open.
Consistent shots recently. Yeah.
Okay, so why isn't he passing it to the open guy?
It's Steph Curry.
Because that's not his job. Exactly.
Well, because
Steph
they're
Curry
not hitting right now.
So Steph doesn't pass. Right now. Steph doesn't make passes to open players.
I never said that. I literally never said that. But if you're saying that he is
why
this
is he
just
not passing to the open guy?
If he is just this ultimate playmaker, like you guys say, he's coming off of pick and rolls with 2 guys literally on his right side, 1 in front of him. Somebody's open, but guess who's open? That's neither here nor there. And he's just pulling up.
But he still manages to average 6 assists, though.
Ron, he plays for the Golden State Warriors. Who else on that team is averaging 6 assists?
You just said he's not passing open guys. You just said he's not passing open guys, but he averages 6 assists.
No, because your context been in is nasty as fuck. So tell me everybody, tell me everybody's assist number. Everybody's assist numbers on the Golden State Warriors, because if he still averages 6 assists, then that means nobody else should average more assists to him if he's just this amazing playmaker, because that's what you're alluding to right now.
No, so Wes, I want to hear everybody's assists. 20-point scorers on your team.
Everybody's assists. I never said that. I just
can do that.
I just want to hear everybody's assist. I just want to hear everybody's assist, please.
Hey, just because he playmakes doesn't mean that Draymond's not playmaking.
I want to hear you said he's a playmaker. You said he's a playmaker because he averages 6 assists in Jayson Tatum. So then Jayson Tatum is averaging 7 assists. So Jayson Tatum is just playmaker of the year right now.
Jayson Tatum has the ball in his hands a lot.
Hey, yo.
You guys with this pause meter are going ridiculous this episode.
That's kind of crazy.
I mean, you said it.
So I bring up Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Both average 7 assists.
Steph Curry
it does have to do with your team
this year.
It does. That's everything that it has to do with. So if Steph was taken off of the Warriors, he would be one of the best playmakers the game has ever seen, I guess. Allegedly. I agree. I don't know how good it would be, but it would be much better than what's happening.
Are you saying he would average more assists?
1,000%.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
It would be astronomical.
It depends. I don't know, because it really depends on his role on the team, and more so the fact that he's being more used as the primary scorer now. So I
think Steph would always be used as the primary scorer, though. You're not going to find somebody that can do the things that Steph has done. That's why Steph.
So is he more? Okay, let's answer this. Okay, let's answer this. Let's answer this, because I put playmakers and scorers in 2 different categories. I guess that's the knock on me. But according to me, would you say that Steph is a scoring guard or a playmaker?
I would say he's a scoring guard. If we're gonna go one or the other, I'm gonna say he's a scoring guard.
And I looked at your outlook, and I agree with the way that you outlook and look at playmaking. I can also agree with, if that's the gravity, the hockey assist, the scoring ability, if that's playmaking, then I agree with you as well.
All right, let's move on. Loaded 2K sent a super chat. If LeBron joins the Warriors, would you guys view it similar to KD joining them?
No.
I would be utterly disgusted.
It would be. Oh, I would be sick to my stomach.
I wouldn't have as much of a problem with it if we're comparing it to what KD did. Because, listen, a lot of people like to compare what KD did to what LeBron did going to Miami. And it's as much as people want to lie to you and tell you it's the same, it's not the same. KD just played them and lost to them and was up 3-1 on them, and then claimed that he had no possible way of beating him because of the spacing. It was too much.
Supercurrt.
It was too much spacing.
It's the same. It's almost worse. It's almost worse.
It's not almost worse.
Lakers barely missed a play-in with injuries. Who had a better year, LeBron or KD? Statistically.
This past year?
Yeah.
LeBron.
I mean, they were pretty close, but I'm gonna say LeBron.
Okay, so you're bringing LeBron, a top 3-4 player in the league, and just plopping him onto the Warriors for whatever reason. No, it's almost worse. I don't like it. It's the same exact.
I mean, I really don't care about this at all. But I'm with Kurt though.
Could have beat that team. It's not. No. You could have beat that team.
So why is LeBron going to the Warriors? Let me just go why would LeBron go to the Warriors?
Well, why would he go to the Warriors? Because, I mean, he would just want to play on a better team. That would be the only other option.
So he can play with Steph, like he's been saying. He would like to play with Steph.
So then why don't Steph go play in LA then?
Because that's his, like, he has a stronger foundation, you know, in terms of like city and franchise.
KD was buried under OKC. He was OKC. He was drafted by the Seattle Supersonics. There's no bigger legend in OKC history than Kevin Durant outside of Russell Westbrook. You can make an argument.
Yeah, all right. No, it ain't no argument. It ain't no damn.
But KD was married to OKC just as much as anybody is married to anything.
But the difference,
right? And so him leaving that is going to be worse than LeBron leaving the Lakers to join the Warriors.
Why don't we just put the hard cap on?
But
let's just introduce the hard cap to the league. Let's just do that. The Warriors have went to what, 5 or 6 titles, 5 or 6 championships. They've went to 5 or 6 championships before, like, LeBron hypothetically will be going there. And then KD went to 1 and they lost it. So it's like, that would be the difference there, right? Let's cut off the luxury tax. Let's cut off. I don't know who is doing the NBA 2K settings in real life and cut on luxury tax. Let's cut it off. It's nasty. I'm tired of it. Let's even the playing field for everybody.
Unfortunately, the NBA doesn't want to see the Charlotte Hornets be good at basketball.
The NBA
or the Pacers.
Or the
Pacers don't want to see themselves, you know, be good at basketball.
Yeah, the Pacers
I mean, it's kind of hard to get 3 top players to come to the Pacers.
To Indiana, yeah, all right.
Minnesota, they had the lowest attendance this season.
Lowest attendance in the middle of Minnesota. I'm good.
Let's do players court, shall we? Little players court. Chat, I need an order. We got panelists up here today: Shaq, Wes, Ron, Kurt, Euro.
I wonder who everybody's going to vote for now that Mars isn't here.
And who are they going to vote out first round since Dub isn't here? I will explain the rules for those who are unfamiliar with Players Court, whether you're watching or you are up here as a panelist. Players Court. So you have everyone is going against each other. You have 24 seconds to provide an answer to each category, topic, question, and the chat's going to decide whether or not they like your answer the best. They're going to vote people out each round. Make sure you use your time wisely because 24 seconds is quick. You have 15-second panic button if you wish to use it. You only get to use it once in the entire game until we get to final round. You don't have a 30-second panic button anymore. Everyone or both panelists get 30 seconds to answer the final topic.
And I want to say thank you for all the viewers. You guys could be doing anything right now with your time, but you're tapped in with Players Choice Podcast. We really appreciate it. We don't ever tell you guys that. I just wanted to get that out there.
Get those likes up, please.
That's facts.
It's fun having you guys in the chat.
Chat been crazy today.
Got you, Brett.
This episode is goated.
Yeah, this has probably been one of the best chats we've had in a live show.
Supercurtt and Wes, and Supercurtt left his friend at home.
Okay. All right.
That's crazy.
Man.
Wes and Kurt, do you guys have any questions about Players Court?
How does the panic button work?
Yep. So if you need more time to think about how you're going to answer the question, you can use your panic button. You get 15 extra seconds on the clock. I might have accidentally said 30 earlier, but 15 extra seconds on the clock to answer. So that puts it at whatever, 39 total seconds to answer. But you only get it once for the entire game. So if you use it round 1, you don't get it in round 2, 3, 4, etc. And then no one gets it in the final round. It's just a 30-second timer for both panelists.
What's the order?
We have Shaq, Euro, Kurt, Ron, Wes. Nasty, given one of the new panelists. First show, and you put him last. Disgusting, chat. But it is what it is.
Hey, yo, shout out my man Bama in the chat. Apparently,
wait. So here's a question though. Here's a real question though.
Shut up,
so
Ron.
You can't say the same thing that someone else said. Is that why?
Yeah, you cannot repeat answers. So if somebody says something before you that you were thinking, you're gonna have to think on the fly. Thank you for bringing that up.
That's ridiculous. That's crazy.
Go ahead, Ron.
Oh, I was just gonna say. Apparently, Bama has smoke with somebody sitting on this show in the top left. Apparently, he's talking about this summer. You got a crazy fade coming in the ones, but that's just a rumor through the grapevine. Let's move on.
All right. Shaq, starting with you, round one. Name a retired, not top 10 player of all time that could help an NBA team right now if you added them to the roster, but you have to subtract a player of equal caliber.
How long do I got?
6 more seconds to think.
Wait, how do I only get 10 seconds?
10 seconds to think and then 24 seconds to start.
5.
That's how it's always been. Hello?
3, 2.
24 seconds starts now.
This question is multi-layered though. This shit is crazy.
Wait, but they're talking over me. Can you let me know when my time starts?
I already started, and I know you heard it.
JD, stop playing with me, bro.
Your 24 seconds starts. Your 24.
Euro's literally asking questions.
You stalling is so nasty. We know
Euro,
what you're
do you
doing.
have a question or no?
I did not ask a question.
24 seconds.
All right, when does my time start?
Now.
I'm going to choose Derek. I'm going to replace Jayson Tatum. I'm going to bring Grant Williams off the bench along with his 40 clip from 3. Dirk will space the floor. He'll make up for his defense on offense. And he can roam off of Draymond in the finals right now. I choose Dirk Nowitzki replacing Jayson Tatum.
Euro.
That's a top 10 player though.
Dirk Nowitzki is a top 10 player of all time. Is he?
Oh, all time. Okay, I understood the question wrong.
Can I ask another question? Is
no,
the question
whoever's time starts, it starts.
Oh.
Euro.
Whose time started?
Who's next?
Euro.
Yeah, exactly.
It's on you, Euro.
15 seconds left.
Yeah, okay.
15 seconds to think?
No, you have 24 seconds. Your time starts now.
Oh my God.
I get cheated on this show so much.
You're disgusting.
30 minutes
what are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't know, bro. I'm not gonna lie. This question is crazy to me.
It is kind of crazy. Kurt. Yo, this is the worst first round. Oh my God.
Can we do the one draft fun game? Because I won this.
We're not.
For last week, I put Dale out. He forfeited, and now Euro just.
Yo, Kurt's forfeiting too.
Wait, I don't. Okay.
All right, this question's getting tossed. We're gonna completely do this first round because that's 2 people in a row just stumped. Like this question's crazy.
I mean, I had somewhat of an answer, but I was trying to ask. Is the question asking the player as they are right now, or obviously the player when they were when they were at their peak?
Yes,
because I was confused by that.
We don't even have context around it. I need a new question. While we're thinking, let's just bump this one up. All right,
this shit was crazy.
All right, everyone knows the rules. You interpret the question how it's read. You interpret the question how it's read, and you give an answer.
I know this question can't be for me.
Yeah, it is. We're restarting.
I know I get zapped to the next round after I cleaned up the way I did.
No, because I had a good answer. No, was that?
I was not given the platform to answer. The question was thrown out before it even got to me.
Wes, what was your answer going to be?
Switch Scottie Pippen with Draymond Green.
So how did you understand what was going on, but everybody else was so confused and befuddled? I don't know if that's a word. Sounds like one.
That is a word.
Supercurrt Euro playing the dumb role, and all of a sudden, we can't finish the game. We have to completely
Listen,
throw out
man.
a question.
No. I mean, this is what the
5 minutes
president
ago.
said. Listen, if I'm taking this L, I'm taking this L. Like, I ain't got no problem with it.
I feel like you should have time to have the question explained to you.
For each round. But then that's not okay.
Do we want to just?
I mean, I ain't tripping. Whatever.
We want to keep going with this question.
If we're gonna just completely start over players' court, then let's completely start it over. It's 3 people knew the question, 2 didn't. But you know what? Let's just go with the minority and.
So, like, how do you even vote someone out
over.
in that case if they both don't answer? That's what I'm getting at.
They should have a question off that. And nothing to do with us. We should be.
But the thing is, it's not just this just swapping players. It's also like the same caliber thing. Like, I don't know if you just pick any non-top 10 player of all time, right? Let's say you go 11. Like, who are you swapping? You see what I'm saying? Because when you say Scottie Pippen, I don't know if I would dare say that he's on the same, like he's the same caliber as somebody like Draymond Green. And so now it gets nasty because now we have to debate that part.
As we should.
Because I think you should get eliminated just off of that, off of thinking that Draymond and Scottie Pippen are somehow on the equal level.
If we ask Draymond who's better, who is Draymond gonna say?
Who is Draymond gonna say?
I mean, Draymond, you can put anybody up against Draymond. Draymond gonna pick Draymond.
Yeah.
He wouldn't pick himself over Shaq.
He better not.
Or Dirk.
He gonna context bend. He gonna be like, in the system that we run and how we doing it. What, you know what I mean? Come on, man.
I feel like you could have. I feel like this was rather doable. That's just me.
Who came up with this question?
I have no idea.
LeBron.
Why are you lying? And I knew you were about to do this. When everybody started fumbling the question, I knew somehow that was gonna come up, and I knew you were gonna.
Ron, if you lie about making players court right now, after you're lying the way that you're lying, looking into that camera, bet.
Shaq, I did not make that question.
I didn't pick the order. I didn't make the question. But if you guys want to say I picked the order and I made the question, you guys are nasty. You just got worked, pause. And now we got to do this whole run back. But let this have been me. Let me try to delete the
Damn,
question.
I did say if you got it and I didn't, like, I'll take the L. Like, I ain't got no problem with it. You're the one that's what?
Here's what we're gonna do. Shaq's already moving on. That's fine. We're just gonna run the same question back. Don't consider the player of equal caliber thing because that just makes it confusing.
I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot about that part.
Makes it confusing. Name a retired.
So basically, I gave the perfect answer.
Top 10 player of all time that could help an NBA team player right
to Dirk also
now.
Doesn't make sense according to what Nani mid.
I took the best player from the Boston Celtics and gave him Dirk. How does that not make sense?
Because Dirk's better than JT.
Of course, a lot of the top 25, 35 players are going to be better than the guys that are playing right now. Larry Bird's a god.
You're right. Can't wait to throw Larry on the team.
All right, Euro. Starting with
Mavericks.
You. Starting with you.
We don't have to do equal caliber.
Just don't worry about that part. Name a retired non-top 10 player of all time that could help an NBA team right now if you added them to a roster. Current roster. All right, your 24 seconds starts now.
I still got nothing. I'm hungover. My bad. Let me go Grant Hill on the Warriors. Since we were talking about Grant Hill.
All right. Kurt.
Got my answer already. I'm thinking about adding Tracy McGee, T-Mac. I'm going to add T-Mac to the Sixers. They need a perimeter scorer that can score in 3 levels.
That's fire.
Ron.
Oh, it's Ron and me.
I'm gonna go with a guy like David Robinson, dude who's a force on both ends of the floor. Put him with the Golden State Warriors. Take off Kevin Looney, and they just really got an unstoppable squad.
All right, Wes.
I can keep my answer the same. Still switching Scotty and Draymond just because I feel like Scotty is giving you the same bump defensively, and obviously he's bringing you more consistent offense.
Why is everybody picking the Warriors? Is that
Like,
legal?
this is like,
President.
Like, you guys are ridiculous. I should automatically win this week.
Technically
The
different.
chat's confused, but it's only one guy.
Yeah.
I like how you just ignored my question.
It was
JD.
technically different. I was answering it. It's technically different because the player is the main focus of the subject. So the player had to be different.
I hated the
Team didn't
same
matter
picking of the
necessarily.
teams.
Oh, well, we should have clarified that. I don't know. Maybe
I can't control what y'all picked.
Yo, I'm about to be done with any games that we play on this show for like 2 months.
Because you listen to the chat all the time instead of being a president and doing what you believe in your heart.
I don't.
You let them persuade you against my brilliance. That's why these games can never get off the ground. I suggest something that is superb, and you deny it because 2 pipsqueaks in the chat say, "Oh, Shaq's crying." 2 out of 289 people.
2?
It's less than 1%.
2? A lot of people. More than 2. All right, Euro's getting zapped. All right, Shaq, Kurt, Ron, Wes. We're not doing any more redos. Here we go. Round 2. Shaq, name something in today's game that should be added or taken away from the sport. You can do one or the other.
I see the question, President. I'm gonna change something. I think it should be 1 through 16 instead of West versus East. It's been 75 years, and this format is never going to change. It's sad that we don't get to see certain superstars in one conference play the other ones because they can't make it to the finals. I feel like the seeding should be 1 through 16. That's what I would add to the game.
Kurt,
I'm kicking ass.
Okay.
Unstoppable.
You
Despite
made these
the chat
questions. You made these
Unstoppable.
questions.
Unstoppable.
That's like making a test and going 100% on it.
right.
Thank
He's got
you,
his
Dale.
answers.
My time.
Elite pick.
How much time do I got left?
He's got his
How much time
answers
do I got
written
left?
down. You have 24 seconds right now.
Okay. Starting
What
now.
Nan
All
and
right.
Min, I love you, bro.
Go ahead, Kurt. God.
Okay. So my first thought is that what needs to be taken away or added to the game, I would say add the 4-point line. Add the 4-point line. It definitely adds a new layer of deep 3-point shooting to the game and incentivizes it a little bit. And some teams already have it in practice.
24 seconds. Ron.
I'm gonna say let's take away something that's already been in discussion and in circulation. I think we should shorten the season up a little bit. Maybe go 60, 70 games. That'll make the season a little more competitive, and it'll make the playoffs, a lot more. You'll look forward to the playoffs more, and players will be more healthy as well.
Wes. Oh, he's muted. You're muted, bro.
My fault, bro. I think we should eliminate back-to-back games because I just seen injuries continue to go up. Players keep getting hurt, and they all keep complaining about it. So I think that in order to make the fans still enjoy it, and if they want 82 games collectively, then keep that same amount of games and just eliminate the back-to-backs.
All right, chat. Polls going up. Who's getting zapped?
See ya. Oh man. Woo. And by the way, chat, everybody gets the same doc before the show, and these questions are on there. Look at Supreme J. Get Shaq out of here.
I
have the best answer. I can't go anywhere if I have the best answer. You guys did that last week and voted Mars to win when I picked Draymond. You guys are nasty.
This is
But when
looking
Mars
like a
isn't here.
quick zap.
Zippity doo dah, zippity zap.
Looking like a quick zap. And
see ya.
Wrong with the zap.
Man.
Shaq, Kurt, Wes. Shaq. No starters. Sir. Cannot name a starter. They got to be coming off the bench. Name a current NBA player that is extremely underrated.
Oh, man. How much time do I have? I would like a shot clock.
All right, you got 39 seconds.
I'm going Isaiah Hartenstein from the Clippers, the 7-footer in only 18 minutes, 8 points on 64% shooting. He shot and made 14 out of 33 pointers. He needs more time, 70% from the free throw line. I mean, what big isn't doing that? That's kind of good for a big. And he played all 60 games this year. Yeah. Backing up Zubac. Yeah, I came to work. This one's mine. Mute me.
Trash.
Mute me.
Trash. I played against his dad. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Kurt, your 24 seconds starts now.
Shaq about to be so tight when he gets zapped.
There's no way.
Kurt,
There's no way.
You're muted.
That answer was garbage, bro.
I know it was. I bet so. Use your shot clocks.
Okay, so I'm going to go with Markelle Fultz. I think that a lot of people are saying that he's playing better, but I definitely think that he's taking that next step forward. And yeah, that's my answer, Markelle Fultz.
Wes.
My underrated player, I'm gonna go with Cameron Payne on the Phoenix Suns. I really like Cameron Payne. I remember a time when people said that Cameron Payne was going to be out of the league. And when he got signed onto that team, he just made a lot bigger impact than anybody expected. And I still think he doesn't get enough credit.
24 seconds. All right, chat. Polls going up. Polls going up. Who's getting zapped?
You guys can vote me all you want to. It doesn't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter.
Yo, that's nasty.
This will be the second week in a row. Remember last week when Mars picked the worst answer, but he gave a better argument? And then I do this week, and everybody's mad. It doesn't matter.
Oh, so you had a prep.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I don't care about players' court swings.
Of course,
I don't care about. Oh, I'm getting penalized for being prepared.
No. Zippity doo dah, zappity day.
Zippity zap. Zippity zoo zap.
My, he's getting zapped away.
Hey, listen. Zap me all the way down. Zap. So Markelle Fultz and Cameron Payne just basically saying the numbers. President, this is where you're supposed to intervene. But no backbone.
This is the chat voting.
No backbone up there.
They're voting. This is a democracy.
I feel like the question wasn't better player.
It's not up to me.
Underrated.
Not up to me.
He's underrated. Go look at the stats.
Hey, Shaq, come take a seat on the bench next to me and
Kurt versus Wes. Kurt versus Wes.
Cussing out the coach
in the final round. 30 seconds for both of you. This is your final round topic. Kurt, you're first. Which playoff team from this year is most likely to fall off next season?
The Utah Jazz. Their time has come. They were always frauds.
And I smoked both those players y'all picked.
They're probably going to miss the playoffs coming this next season because I expect one of the two stars to leave.
Wes.
Give me the Suns. Their fall is gonna be real far. DeAndre Ayton is leaving, no question about it. And the chemistry and the way that team is put together, it just seems to be some discourse just between the team, and I just don't see a scenario where they continue to put up the same production and they don't even know who's gonna play center for them next year.
All right,
and
chat.
It's real easy to fall from one.
Polls going up.
Far.
President. Wait, what were the two teams picked?
Dappity-doo-dah.
The Suns and the Jazz.
Dappity-dah.
Vote Jazz.
Yeah, what? Shaq is
Shaq
nasty.
is nasty.
Bro, he's been nasty for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I wish you were here for
I've been witnessing from the sidelines.
Crazy out of this, man.
I'm trying to bring you into the game. Come play on my team. Pause.
With the nastiness, you know I
Yeah.
can't do that. You know, I try to bring balance to the force.
Nasty game.
Hey, Euro, that's your Libra scale?
Yes, sir. I'm a Libra too.
Yeah, no. That's why I'm saying that.
Oh, okay. I know you knew that.
Did Kurt pick Jazz?
Yep.
Yes.
Zappity.
Oh, so the chat voted for who I told him to vote for?
Zap him away.
All right, that's a pretty big margin,
Reverse
chat.
psychology.
But for real though,
Zippity
the Suns was a better pick because their fall off is going to be a lot crazier because they are at the top. The Jazz, they're just like in nothing land already.
Mid.
I don't know though, because the Suns could get a good trade piece for DeAndre Ayton.
DeAndre.
Yeah.
Who knows?
They're about to have.
But CP3 is older now too.
That's true. That's
in my
very true.
opinion, if the Jazz decide to trade, if they let go of Donovan Mitchell, we could be talking rebuild mode.
Yeah.
Bad.
I mean, I agree with the Jazz, but I agree with your pick. I'm just saying the Suns might not be all that bad.
All right,
I don't think the Suns are going to do.
call it beginner's luck, call it whatever you want. Wes, first time panelist, winning players court. You're in winner's circle. Wes, you have anything to say?
That's crazy.
I just want to thank the chat first and foremost. I come around, I try and do my best to perform at a high level. That's why I was invited to the show, my high caliber takes.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I just
talk your shit.
appreciate that being shown by the chat.
Talk your shit.
Wow,
I like that.
fire. All right, we're at this.
I like you, Wes.
We're at the
I
part.
appreciate that.
We're at a part of the show.
I got a guy for you though. Pause.
Where? Oh my God. Where
Yo,
we
that
get.
is two straight episode of Players Court. It needs to be retired. Players Court needs to be retired.
Can we also retire
Please.
the pauses and stuff? I feel like we've been going overboard with this shit.
All right. I mean, I said I had a man for him, but I mean,
Still, man, we know what you meant.
We'll pause the pause.
And yeah, players' court is crazy, man. Like, it's been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears spilled over this
Hey,
shit.
we can throw it in the closet.
but it needs to go.
We
it
can
needs
throw it
to
in the
go.
closet.
What are we
It needs
swapping
to
it
go.
for? Because we had a pretty decent replacement, but you turned that one out too.
Are we not
talking
doing?
to you,
Are we
Shaq.
not doing the spinner draft?
No, we are not. No way. Not
Keep
today.
in mind, you stop this today, I go down as the last champ ever.
And I'm trust me, it's. A
Oh yeah, I don't know
nasty
if I like
lineage.
that. I don't know if I
It's
like
a
that.
nasty.
Think
it's
about
a
that when
nasty
you say that.
lineage.
Hey,
I
that's
just
nice.
got
It's a
here.
That's
nasty
nice.
lineage.
That's nice.
You deserve it.
All right, Wes. When
Yes,
we have
sir.
a new panelist on the show, we always get their top 10 all-time list.
Oh boy.
Take your time to think if you need to, but
LeBron 1, MJ 2. Let's go Kareem 3. This list bothers me a lot.
It's your list.
I know. I have it somewhere in my phone already. LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, Larry Bird, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant.
Wait, why is Larry Bird over Kobe?
Let him finish.
And then I have Shaq. And then did I say Duncan first or Shaq first?
Yeah, Shaq. I mean, you had
You already said
Timmy
Duncan.
over Kobe.
Yeah. Tim, Kobe, Shaq. And then I'll go. Damn, this is tough. And then I'll finish it with. Man,
You got two more.
yeah.
Hakeem,
Yep. Hakeem is my 10. I'm trying to figure out who I want to put 9.
Gary Payton.
Steph.
Gary Payton.
Gary Payton is crazy.
Yo, I'm just trying to give suggestions, bro.
Let's go.
I'm just trying to help.
Let's do Magic.
Dirk.
Magic.
The chat instantly regretting voting you as the winner
And
of
that's
Players
fine.
Court.
And I all right. Now that I've collected my thoughts all together, this is my full top 10 in order.
Yeah, what?
Listen, because I said it in chunks
That's
and
fire.
pieces. I said it in
That's
chunks and pieces.
nasty. I like this guy.
I'm about to put it down in a row. It's all those players. I just got to make sure my order is straight. LeBron is 1. MJ is 2. Kareem is 3. Bill Russell will be 4. Larry Bird will go 5.
So he introduces a new player in this new list. Fire.
Yeah, I forgot about Bill Russell. I'm sorry.
Chat's gonna hate that one too, but continue.
And they can fight me about it. And then
Larry at 5.
Ooh.
Yeah, Duncan 6.
Ron, shut up.
Right.
You lost today. You lost.
Did you get
Duncan's-
Zibbity's app?
Keep going.
And then Magic. And then Kobe. And then Hakeem.
No Shaq. Okay.
And then Shaka will be 11.
Hold on.
Bill
1,
Russell
2, 3,
zapping
4,
Shaq
5,
out the
6,
top
7,
10
8,
is
9.
crazy.
No,
I
Shaq is
Shaq
10.
for Bill Russell.
Shaq is 10.
Shaq's 10.
Yeah, so you
You
got
got a
LeBron at
random
1,
name
MJ
generator?
at 2.
You want to give us your third list?
Listen,
Your
man,
third top
it's
10.
right
Listen,
now.
if
It's,
I can get through it all 10 at a time, I promise it'll be it'll be fine. Okay.
Yes, let's do it. Go for round 3. Come on.
I'm
Listen,
here for this,
everyone
man.
stop.
Third time's a
30
charm.
seconds.
Go.
All right,
Nobody
you got
say
it.
nothing.
You got it. You got
LeBron 1, MJ 2, Kareem 3, Christ, Russell 4, Bird 5, Duncan 6, Kobe 7. God. Hakeem 8, Shaq 9. Where did my 10th go?
Magic.
Magic is 10. There it is. Thank you.
Magic
That's
is 10?
Wait, did he mention Tim Duncan?
Yeah, Tim Duncan is
Everybody,
my
10 years
6.
ago, LeBron looked exactly like West. That's why this is I swear to God.
This is
LeBron
hilarious.
looked exactly like West 10 years ago in high school. I promise you guys. The same person.
It has been a long time since I've even looked at that list. And now y'all are going to make me go back and drop a 4th list on my TikTok because I don't even think I agree with myself.
Yeah, it didn't look like it. You just gave us 3
I
top
mean,
10s.
There's no coming back from what you
You
just
did
did.
say
You,
And that's
you
fine.
flip flopped like 3
Yeah,
times.
that was the
so-
first. That was a player's choice first,
Listen,
and I'm here for it.
Listen, I have my top 10 players, and the top 3 aren't going to change for me. But 4 through 10, if you ask me tomorrow, I'll
If
probably
we
give
ask
a
you in a minute from now, I think it's gonna change. So
Nah,
Yeah.
for real.
it's crazy.
All right. Supercurtt. Oh, you've been on there before,
Yeah,
right?
we've
I've
gotten
been,
his
you
I've
top
already
been
gave
my
10.
list already.
Can
I'll
we
have
still
to do
hear it,
that
though?
again.
All right.
I want to hear it.
Oh yeah, I wonder if
maybe
it's
yours
changed. I
between
wonder if
then
it's
and now,
changed
too.
since.
No, Supercurrt. I would
I
rather
don't-
hear your top 10 in the league right now.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's tough.
Oh, okay.
Yo, hold on.
People
real
are not
quick.
gonna like this.
Ace 30 talking about Duncan over Magic 100. Look, anybody that puts Tim Duncan over Magic Johnson, I'm not going to say you're crazy. I'm not going to call you a bozo. I'm not going to call you names. I'm just going to say Magic did what Tim Duncan did in a fraction of the time. I'm just leave it at that.
It was a weak era.
He did it in 10 years. It took Tim Duncan 3 decades.
3 decades.
3
It's crazy,
decades?
bro.
90s, 2000s, and the teens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ron.
Okay.
Yeah, Ron.
I was about to say, I was like, what? Duncan had a 30-year career?
Yeah, that's
crazy.
the Ron I like.
I hate you,
Yeah,
Ron.
Ron.
Go ahead, Kurt.
Okay, so who's gonna be I'm gonna give an honorable mention to. I'm gonna say Damian Lillard. Number 10, Jayson Tatum. Number 9, number 9. Yeah, number 9, Anthony Davis. Number 8, Kawhi Leonard. Number 7, and they're not gonna like this one, Luka Doncic.
7?
Number 6, 7. Seven's about right. Number 6 is Nikola Jokic. You're not gonna like that one either. Number 5, Joel Embiid. Number 4, Kevin Durant. Number 3, Steph Curry. Number 2, LeBron James. Number 1, Giannis.
Supercurtt, I need you to come on the show more often, bro. I don't know your schedule, but you have to be up here. We got Dale probably on Wednesday. And you got to come show love. Wes, you can come back as well. But Supercurtt, I need that energy.
Yeah.
I like LeBron at 2.
I like LeBron. LeBron's got to be 2 at the lowest. I really want to put – I feel like that I have – the only problem I have with putting him 1 still is that the defensive intensity is not there anymore. And I'm not going to say it's because he's like lost it. He can't do it anymore. But it's more so just because he's saving himself for the offensive side because he knows that his career, like he's trying to preserve himself. And it's taking a toll on his defensive side of the ball. And I mean, that's the reason why. And Giannis is giving you the same. He's giving you elite production. It's like no one can stop him on either side of the. It's a pretty good list, I think. But a lot of people are not.
Why do you have LeBron over Steph?
Why do I have a LeBron over Steph? Because I think that LeBron is still better than Steph. I think that LeBron has always been better than Steph, and he's still better than him. And I think that even if LeBron takes a slight hit defensively, that doesn't like make him worse than Steph. I don't think that they were. I don't think they were close when LeBron was like 2015, 16, 17, 18. I don't think they were close.
So I'm trying to figure out, so LeBron being over Steph, but KD not over Steph, what's the difference?
KD's not over Steph because I have always been really skeptical of him as a playmaker. And last year, he showed us that he could do it in that select situation. But then this year came, and the way that he unraveled is, I think it's worse than any playoff performance Steph has ever had in his career.
So if LeBron trades for Jayson Tatum and he's in the final with the Celtics right now, who would you have?
In the finals right now, I'd probably take the Celtics.
In how many games?
In how many games? Probably 6 games, honestly. Like the difference between LeBron and Tatum is huge. Like the difference between LeBron and Jayson Tatum right now is huge. Like the way Jayson Tatum right now is playing, I'm actually like considering moving him below Dame. I'm considering it. I was considering it before, but it's like I think the difference is so huge with LeBron's ability to play make. How LeBron would not be playing as bad as Tatum is playing right now. Even if you were to argue that LeBron would play a little bit worse than himself, I think the Celtics would be up 3-1. If they had LeBron, they'd be at least up 3-1 right now.
What about
hold on.
Jokic
What about Luka and Kawhi? Like, why do you have Luka over Kawhi?
I have Luka over Kawhi because I think that offensively, Luka has he's just matured a lot more. His playmaking is getting better. His passing is getting better. And as a scorer, we saw him be able to dominate in more than just one playoff series. Like you could have made the excuse, well, it was just against the Clippers. Well, now he did the same thing, dominating, scoring against the Suns, was able to win that series in 7 against the number 1 seed team. And then the next series, he went up against the Warriors. Even though they weren't able to get the wins, he still was dominating offensively. We know he didn't have the team around him.
Luka has gotten better when? Like from last year to this year?
Yes, offensively.
So what do you say about people who say that that's cap? Like Luka has always been that guy. Because we had this topic before where I claimed that Luka improved, and everybody was like, "Nah, Luka been what we see."
I agreed with you.
Well, Luka's growth has not been. I don't think it's been like huge. I think that he's definitely taken strides in his playmaking and his shot selection. But I feel like that. To people that say that that's just not happening, I just would have to just argue that you're just not paying enough attention at that point.
Right.
Because, I mean, I can see it at least. Like, he's becoming a smarter player.
So have you ever had James Harden over Kawhi Leonard since Kawhi's
Okay.
ascension?
Yeah. This is the first year that I haven't had that, actually. Yeah, this is the first year I've ever not had that.
You heard enough, Shaq?
Kawhi's been better than James since 2014 when he won his Finals MVP.
Anyway,
I mean, I could tell you thought about this list, man. You got points for everything, so I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, but a lot of people are not going to like the Jokic placement. A lot of people are not going to like the Jokic placement. But I mean, I don't like the Jokic placement. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to argue
because my thing is like, you know, like obviously, you know, we could be poking holes in your arguments, you know, left and right. But the thing is, like, why do you have Jokic where you have Jokic when you just went on, you know, about how Kevin Durant, off of the entire career that he's had, been who he's been, right? And that one series, because really it's just one series that you now are discrediting all of his, you know, accomplishments throughout his career. And so you have in place a certain way. And so I'm just like, if it's about his performance in the first round against the Celtics, then why is Jokic not over him? Why is he, you know what I mean? If it's that detrimental
the reason
to
why
his...
is because I think Jokic has always been above, I mean, not Jokic. KD's been a decent amount above Jokic to the point where he could take a small hit and not go down that far. I think that when we talk about KD and Curry, I can slide KD below Curry because they've always been close, in my opinion. Even all time, they've always been close. So I think that that's where that lies. I think that Jokic, yeah, he is someone that just won his second MVP, back-to-back MVP, and played really well this season. But at the same time, he is still Jokic fans don't want to talk about this, but we praise him for not being athletic and being able to do the things that he does. But when it comes back to bite him on the defensive end and you have him being hunted in the Warriors series, that just kind of gets swept under the rug and people don't want to pay attention to it. But it's something that definitely happens. And defensively, he is not like elite. And you can pull out all the stats you want, all the advanced stats, and try to tell me that he's some elite defender, but he's not.
I don't know that I've ever heard anyone call Jokic an elite defender.
At least KD's not going to be getting hunted defensively.
I didn't know that people really hunt Jokic like that.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. I mean, I know he's a big man, so like obviously on pick and rolls, like you're gonna have guys like Steph, guys like Ja, guys like Chris Paul that are gonna attack him just because that's part of the pick and roll. You're in a pick and roll for mismatches. But I wouldn't put KD over a bigger pedestal than Jokic on the defensive end.
So somebody brought up an interesting...
That much. Like, I don't think it's a huge gap.
An interesting question. I wish he would have super chatted, but I'm going to say it anyways. He said if you're talking about Jokic's bad defense, then what about LeBron's bad defense this year? And then you can compare them offensively.
I think LeBron's bad defense is choice more so than anything.
I think it's a lack of, like I said, I think it's more of a lack of effort, and I don't think it's bad. I don't think he's a bad defender.
There you go.
Is it wild that I have Jokic at 3 on this list that I made at the end of the regular season? Because I don't think that's ridiculous.
Who is above him?
I mean,
who's above him? Who's above him?
This list, I have Giannis. Mind you, this was at the end of the regular season, and I only have 5. It goes Giannis, Curry, Jokic, LeBron, KD. That is the 5 I had at the end of the season. In that
order. Who was
order.
6?
JT.
This list has only 5 players on it. Jayson Tatum, I can tell you for a fact, was nowhere. He was. I think he was.
What about Embiid?
Embiid would probably be 6. I would go Embiid 6, and then I would go Luka 7. Yeah. And then 8, 9, 10, I think you could name any of like 5 to 10 players and you'd be cool. Some people have Butler in their top 10, which I think is a little wild. That's wild to me.
LOL.
That's wild to me.
Funny to me. I'm not.
Wait, so Jimmy can't be top 10?
I think he's top 15. I think Jimmy is.
Well, why can't he be top 10? Because I guarantee if Jimmy's in the finals right now, he's not folding. And on top of that, Jimmy was getting busy against the Celtics, against JT. I'm mainly just comparing him against JT because he was in your top 10. I think Jimmy, you can make a great argument that Jimmy can be in the top 10 if Jayson Tatum can be in the top 10.
I don't particularly like either one of them in my top 10, but I would need to go back and actually look.
I don't think he can be top 10 because I think the regular season matters. And I think that he's played well in the playoffs this year. Last year, he was the worst player in the playoffs. Like he was him and Ben Simmons were like looking each other eye to eye as far as the worst player in the playoffs. And he wasn't injured or anything. He just was playing bad. So he played good this year, but bad last year, good the year before, and an average year before that. It's kind of just like, okay, well, we're going back 4 years. It's not a lifetime achievement award. If we're just going to talk about the last 2 years, had one really bad year where he was like as bad as Trae Young this year, which is something that people are not talking about. And then this year he was really good. So like I give him the props for playing good this year and how overshadowed because it was more games. But at the same time, the regular season, this man averages fringe all-star numbers. If we're going to be honest, he averages fringe all-star numbers. And it's like that person, I'm not like, imagine being during the regular season and be like, yeah, this guy right here, he's averaging what, like 21, 5 and 5, and he is top 10 player in the NBA. I can't say that.
Yeah, but you got your guys that play good in the regular season, Tyler Hero, and then you got your guys that when the lights come on and it's really time to ball and really time to win, Jimmy Butler, your Kawhi Leonards, those are the guys that are really top 10. Like
there's no big moments during the regular season.
There are, but they don't compute to the playoffs. It's not even a comparison. What are we talking about? The All-Star game? Are we talking about a game that's on prime time on Sunday? Like, yeah, there are games that we'll watch, but what game is more important than a game 7 on the road in the finals or in the Eastern Conference Finals? Nothing's bigger than that. And furthermore, I'm gonna even go back a couple years when Jimmy was playing against LeBron in the finals, and he was putting up numbers comparable to LeBron, going toe-to-toe with LeBron, playing 40 plus minutes a game, going crazy. So I'm like, I just look at those type of moments, and Jimmy hasn't fallen off from that moment. Yeah, he's digressed at some moments, but from what I just seen Jimmy doing, I'm like, come on, man. You can't tell me that Jimmy Butler's not a top 10 player.
All right,
the thing about it is,
the floor too.
You ask somebody who they would rather have versus Jimmy for a game 7 of an NBA Finals, not knowing nothing else on the roster. Give me Jimmy over Jayson Tatum. If I need one basketball game and it's in the playoffs, I want Jimmy Butler. Personally.
But I think the point of averages a little bit is to show that one player is a little bit more likely to do something than someone else. And I think that, Jimmy Butler's been playing really well. He's been damn near unstoppable during the playoffs. But if he gets into the playoffs, he starts shooting like a lot better from 3 than he normally does. I think that that's just him like on, I don't know how to put it, but he's kind of just like playing really well right now. And it's like, you got these peaks and valleys, and I think that he was at his peak right now during the playoffs. But
good time to peak.
The regular season, like,
there's something to be said about the fact that he has peaked 4 times in a row at the exact same time, at the perfect time. And let's not act like we haven't seen a good regular season Jimmy Butler. It's just that the way that the Heat team is put together, I mean, he doesn't have to do that until he has to do that. And they managed to be a 1 seed with him still doing that. And I think it's also extremely, like, I know that y'all don't hold defense that highly, but we're not going to act like Jimmy Butler hasn't made play after play on both sides.
Who doesn't hold defense that highly? You really got to be a casual for you not to hold what Jimmy does on the defense. That's Shaq. That's not we. That's not the chat. Shaq is talking about you can't play defense. Yo, you got to, here's the thing. Let's just go with the Celtics. If you take Marcus Smart off of their team, their team defense goes down a bit, right? Because of his individual defensive capabilities. You take Robert Williams off the team, their defense goes down another notch. You take Jaylen Brown off that team, their defense goes down 2 more notches. So what are we talking about? Every little piece that you put in on defense helps the collective defense be better. And a guy like Jimmy, he's an alpha. He's a dog. So what he's going to do, he's going to be like Kyle Lowry. I need you to play defense. Bam, I need you to play defense. Tyler, if you're not playing defense, go sit your ass back on the bench. Guys like that rally and make the whole defense better. So like Jimmy's impact it's ridiculous.
All right, last question, then we're going to get out of here. Try22 dropped a 20 piece in the super chat. What has Embiid done to be over Luka and Kawhi?
What has Embiid done to be over Luka and Kawhi?
Scoring title as a big man since like
he just won a scoring. I mean, this is the thing though. People will champion Jokic. Jokic just won back-to-back MVPs. Jokic just won back-to-back MVPs. Listen, that's great. But also, who was second to MVP voting the past 2 years? Joel Embiid. And we kind of just be like, okay, well, he's not winning the award, so it doesn't matter. And also, this year, he played better than last year, right? If you look at what he's shooting, and also, we've got to get away from this notion that the only way you can rise in rankings is by just going deeper into the playoffs, right? That you have to win a ring to be better than someone else, or you have to reach this level of playoffs to be better than someone else. That's just not necessarily the truth, right? You can be better than someone and not have the right team around you that doesn't allow you to be able to get that far in the playoffs. So it's like, what has he done? Check the numbers. They speak for themselves. 30 points per game, winning the scoring title. I think that's says a lot.
There you go, Try22. All right, let's get out of here. Yo, Wes, Kurt, thank you guys for joining. You guys got anything to plug? Wes, new season of Stranger Things?
Oh, man. Just my TikTok. Cloud God West, no spaces, no dots, nothing. Just Cloud God West. That's pretty much my handle on every social and my PlayStation. Just Cloud God West.
Hey, he wants to play games with you, chat.
I'm down.
Kurt?
Yeah, just follow me. I'm Supercurtt on everything, especially TikTok. I need more followers on TikTok, but yeah, Supercurtt on everything.
Supercurtt with a C, chat. Shaq, final words?
Yes.
Love is love since Dell isn't here. Love is love.
Ron.
Catch y'all next episode.
Hey, let me know when I can slide back. This has been real fun.
Euro and Hezzy.
At Euro and Hezzy on all platforms. No Pornhub.
Bye. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to other things, man. We'll see you next Wednesday.
What about
chat.
OnlyFans?
On the way.
All right, y'all.
On the way.
Later.